This was gonna start with another song for real.
It might just be tradition.
I guess song of the week.
I get mad suited. I got this bad thing I recruited. My passion is a movie.
It's
My
another
sirens
fucking quick
everywhere I
edit
go.
before you upload again.
I know my Texas niggas
Bro,
got my
I
back,
don't
and that's for
fuck.
sure.
I'm goated in that bitch. I be in that bitch. I be chopping shit the fuck up. Like I'm a hibachi chef. Bro, I'll beat you at anything. Editing, fucking basketball, fucking football, the other football, Madden,
Okay, I don't play Madden.
college football.
I don't play college football like that. Well, I'm starting to, but not like that.
X Defiant.
Bro, shut up. Bro, I can't wait till you have 1v1s on that shit. Oh, you crazy, bro. You crazy. You crazy, bro.
Bro, you're so annoying. Oh my god.
Alright, bro, fuck.
You stay ducking and you wanna talk shit, bro.
Ducking what, bro? You haven't touched
Me.
me. And what? In
Me.
how many months, bro?
Y tú también.
Bro, you still ass, bro. You still ass.
Exactly.
Beat your ass, bro. Hop on there and fucking lock the fuck in anytime, bro.
You pissing me off, bro. We weren't supposed to be starting on negative vibes because this is a positive vibes moment. Can I tell you why it's a positive vibes moment?
Why?
There's actual competitive club football to talk about. We had a weekend of football.
It's back.
Last week, like, it was back. Like, it's back. Like, we're doing predictions and shit. But now,
Yeah,
like, it's back.
officially
Like, we
back,
watched
yeah.
games. Like, it's back. So stop being such a dick.
Phil, shut up.
Be happy. Woo. Woo. Say it. Say it.
Bitch.
Say woo.
Shut up.
Woo back, baby.
You stupid, bro.
Man, why are you so mean, bro? Damn. Well, fuck, man. How did you, like, before we get into anything too specific, just overall, what was the vibes? How did you feel about having the beautiful game back?
It was cool. Something to fucking finally watch, bro.
I feel that. It's definitely been tough. Hasn't been a whole lot going on in the sports world. But what was the vibes? Was there big drama? Was there anything that excited you? Was there anything interesting? What caught your eye? When I say what was the craziest shit that happened this weekend, what's the first thing that comes into your head? First thing, go.
Craziest thing?
Just first thing, go. Don't even.
Mbappe flop.
Facts. Low-key facts. That's crazy with
Yeah.
facts, bro. Fuck. That's crazy, man.
I mean, it's crazy to say flop, but like, each up.
I mean, it's the first game. Like, we're not trying to fucking say too much, but not like the whole Mbappe cam and everything. Like, they made it a whole big ass deal. This fool's debut, and like,
Then
fool did not really do shit.
Rodrigo's goal was good, but fucking
Yeah.
But after that, bro, he didn't really do nothing after that.
It
bro.
felt like they kind of took their foot off the gas. I mean, look, we're getting ahead of it. We're gonna get into that later. But yeah, nah. As far as like the biggest storyline of the weekend, that does feel like probably like
That's
one of the
biggest
crazier
thing,
things that fucking came out of the weekend. But I mean, this is one of the good things about being kind of the producer as far as putting the topics together is I get to decide. I'm God. I get to decide what comes
Whoa.
first. In the context of the show, obviously, no disrespect.
Crazy.
No disrespect.
Crazy.
He gets it. It's for the meme. He gets it. So I decided that we're gonna talk about Manchester United Football Club first, bro.
Oh my god.
Go
bro.
Manchester United Football Club. Go
So
Manchester
many
United
highlights
Football
for a
Club.
1-0
Go
win,
Manchester United Football
Bruh.
Club. Why are you so mad?
Why do you have so many fucking highlights for a 1-0 win, bro?
Bruh, because it's the first game of the season. We're hyped up. A lot of cool shit happened. What you mean?
A lot of cool shit, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
So, I mean, let's get into it. I mean, I'm going to just go ahead and say, first of all, I'm so happy with the performance overall. Like, I genuinely think that we took a step forward. Like, it's clear to me to see that Ten Hag's football is finally starting to become a reality. I feel like we're actually seeing his tactical imprint, and I'm not behind the scenes. I don't know why it's taken so long for us to finally get to this point, but you know, the shit that I was watching this weekend, this Friday, I feel like was Really
What the
impressive.
fuck is that Fernandez at center forward? I think he's playing.
So, I mean, Hoyland, I believe, is carrying a little bit of an injury right now, so he's not available, of course. I think he picked up something during the preseason tournament, which just kind of the ridiculous bullshit that happens when you're a Man United fan. But, yeah, basically the only striker we have at the club right now is Xerxes, and, I mean, he just signed. He's not really fully fit to be going a full 90 minutes, and the pressure of him starting in the debut, I feel like just would have been a lot to throw on him. And we've seen stuff like this before when we haven't, because it happened last season frequently where Hoyland wouldn't be available. We wouldn't really have a number 9 option, and we would see Bruno played as kind of that center forward. And honestly, I don't love it because I think you lose his best attribute, which is his chance creation, because he's generally further forward on the pitch when he's playing as a center forward, so he doesn't get to drop deep and make those insane passes in behind that no one else in the league really makes. So you lose a little bit of his creativity, but you still get his final product, which is ultimately like the main thing we need, because none of our other players are that lethal around the box. And so you definitely need to get him up in that area, which is why he ends up being kind of the furthest forward playing player in the attack.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just basically, I would say, kind of to sum it up, is that we're just kind of making the best of the situation we're in with our injuries and everything like that. But with the performance that Xerxes put in, who knows? Like, maybe we'll see him getting the start next game. I think Ten Hag's going to have a decision on his hands. So, I mean...
So that goes into that. How do you feel about the signing?
I mean, it was a great signing for the price. Like, we didn't have to pay too much. He's a super talented young player. He's been through some of the best academy systems and played in some of the best clubs in the world. He's just never really gotten that, like,
Does
chance.
he actually play striker, or is he more like a winger?
I would say he's more of like a false 9 than anything. He definitely plays down the middle. He doesn't really play down the wing. But he's not like on the last center back, like making runs in behind. All like he can and he will make those types of runs. Like we saw the goal that he scored, like he was making a run into the box and everything like that, finishing with an excellent first time finish. But I feel like more often than not, you'll see him dropping in deep, linking up play, which I don't mind. I like, because it allows Bruno to kind of have a tag team partner to work with in the final third and do some nice little 1-2s to create space for the both of them. And mainly what I like about it is that our wingers aren't the best creatively. I feel like they're more better going at goal, directly trying to score. I feel like we have more of goal-scoring wingers than creative wingers at the moment. And so it just makes more sense that we would have a striker that's able to kind of link up with those guys and bring them into the play, and hopefully kind of we see a rejuvenation of Rashford and continue to see development from Amad Diallo and Garnacho. I thought that Rashford was probably one of the guys. It's not just because of the match rating. It genuinely is like a bit of a disappointing performance, because he had a couple chances that were decent. Obviously, he should have had the assist when he squared it across to Garnacho, and he kind of fucked that up. But I just felt like he was kind of missing in a lot of the play, where in a setup like this, the wingers are going to be heavily relied on to be that final goal-scoring threat, and he just wasn't really there on the end of passes and stuff enough, and had a couple moments in one-on-ones where he didn't quite get the dribble off that he was looking for or whatever. But I'm just hoping that he's still kind of playing into form. He does feel like he's become one of those players that, because he's been so overplayed and had so many injuries throughout the years, that his fitness kind of he kind of has to play up to it.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that we'll see that comeback season for Rashford, because it's low-key getting to, like, I don't want to say do or die, because that's so dramatic, but, like, if you're going to be a top player, if you're ever going to be considered world-class, it's got to start happening, like, now. Like, you could still be a great player, and he's already scored a shit ton of goals, and he can continue to score a lot of goals and have been a very good player for the club throughout the years. Like, I'm not trying to say he's bad by any means, but if he wants to be seen as, like, a crucial starting player in a team that has a chance at winning a title, even a chance, then he's got to show some consistency this season, which he hasn't really shown throughout his career. There's been flashes of brilliance. Yeah. There's been periods as long as like 6-8 months where he's looked like one of the best wingers in the world, but then an injury happens, or, you know, a controversy scandal happens, and he kind of slips back into some bad form. And you know that I've been one of his biggest defenders. throughout his career. So this is me saying this. Someone who's like one of the biggest Rashford fans that there is. But like, bro, I gotta be real about it. Like, that 10 shirt is heavy. And you gotta start winning matches. You gotta start scoring goals. Like, you gotta start being that guy if you want to be that guy.
Interesting. Yeah.
If you want to be that guy,
I agree with you.
you have to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's getting to an age, I mean, shit, I don't even... 26. He's not young anymore. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's hitting that point in his career where if you're gonna be a top-level player, you gotta start really doing that shit, or else people are always just gonna look at you as a purple patch guy. And there's nothing, bro, really great club legend players have been players like that kind of go through ups and downs. That's how most players aren't scoring every single week in, week out type of shit. But he's shown that he can. He's shown that he has that level in him. And so I'm just hoping we see that step forward this season. But yeah, overall, I mean... Shit, it's not like I'm trying to gas it up to say we're going to win the league. It was a fucking 1-0 win versus Fulham, and it was a late winner at that. But the fact that we saw, like, for example, Mason Mount played really well. He was doing a lot of really good stuff in the press. He was doing some good stuff with his passing and everything. He still doesn't fully look like he has the confidence. I think that's what he's missing right now. Like, when I used to watch him do his best stuff at Chelsea, he was having shots from outside the box, willing to take players on, and... He's, like, still making good decisions, but I want to see him take more chances, take more risks. And so I think that's something where it's just, like, his first season went so poorly with injuries and inconsistent play and all that stuff to where I just feel... And, again, that 7 shirt is very heavy. And so I just feel like going out there's so much expectations. But I feel like he had a really solid game, and... He's one of those signings that just kind of went so under the radar, and especially because of the injury, it doesn't get talked about. But, like, at his peak at Chelsea, he was a fucking ball. Like, he was one of the best attacking midfielders in the league.
How old is he?
At his
26
best.
Probably?
25. Oh, he's still pretty young. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he even just gets back to that level, he doesn't even have to be better than that. Just back to the level he was playing at Chelsea, I think we have such a ridiculously talented midfield options in that area. Because generally speaking, I'd probably want to see Højlund or Xerxes starting where Fernandes is and see Bruno in that 10 spot. But if you want to try and do Manu and Mount, if it's a team that you think we can dominate possession against, I'm not against that. Or if you want to have just a rotation option, because Bruno's 29 years old, he's getting older. And the guy gets played... like every fucking game because we look so much worse without him. Like, he is the entire attack. Without him, we're fucked. And so if Mount can just be that rotation option and give him days off when he needs it, that can be great. If we can give Bruno like 40, 50, 60 minutes against the team and say, hey, we're going to pull you out and put in Mount, like... That's the type of stuff he could be really effective with. And also with Rashford, he could be a rotation option because we've seen him play off of the left here and there. He doesn't look as good over there, in my opinion. I prefer him in the middle of the pitch. But overall, I just think it could be a very interesting season for him. Like, I don't think anyone's really talking about him, but I think that it could be kind of, again, like a comeback campaign for him. That's kind of what I'm looking for with a lot of these United players is like, let's be real, bro. This last season was fucking atrocious. We finished 8th. We were so bad last season. Like, I'm not even going to lie about none of that shit. We were awful. I genuinely did not think Ten Hag was going to make it. I thought he was going to get sacked at one point.
That's crazy.
After he won the FA Cup, I thought he would stay. But for a bit, towards the end of the season, like the last 6 weeks, every time when those poor results kept rolling in, I was like, fuck, dude. Like... I don't think they're going to stick with him, man. And then we had new ownership coming in, too. It just made sense that, like, they're going to want to bring in their own candidate. Like, they didn't hire this guy. They're going to want to bring in their own guy. It just made sense. But thankfully, he survived. I wanted him to keep the job the whole time. There hasn't been one single day where I have said Ten Hag out. You could back that shit. On our worst fucking days, I have still said, I believe in ETH. Invest in ETH. I believe in this fool, bro. Like... And I saw the evidence of it. Maguire, great fucking performance. And another guy who's gone through so much shit on and off the pitch, had a really tough time the last few years. And I will stand up and hold my hands up and say, I'll stand up and say, I deadass wanted him gone, bruh.
Who?
Maguire.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Dead ass.
Oh,
Dead
yeah.
ass.
Yeah, everybody did.
I wanted us to sell the fuck out of this fool. I was over it. I was done. But I have the utmost respect for a man who could stand up in the face of fucking, hey, I have not been on point. I'm not going to come out in the media and talk about it. I'm not going to do some big article, no bullshit about it. I'm just finna go be about it. I'm going to put in work and watch what I'm going to do. And honestly, the last half of last season, he was a really solid, consistent player for us. And he continued to be, like, I think this could be another... It's a comeback campaign for a lot of players, bro. I don't want to go on too long. I could rant all night about it, but I'm happy with it, bro. I'm happy with it.
Okay.
Shit, bro. Only a 1-0 to Fulham.
That's what I'm saying, so I don't know.
But it was an overall strong performance.
Just United fans are hilarious, bro.
We lost to them last time we played. Embarrassing as it is, though. But think about that, though. They beat us 2-1 last time. So, hey, we got to be improving, right?
Yeah.
That's all I've been saying is we're improving. That's all I'm trying to say. Bro, can I laugh about this for a minute? Bro, what happened to this guy?
Talking about Smith fucking bro.
What happened to that motherfucker, bro? Didn't y'all give him the 10 shirt?
Yeah, he was the 10, bro. He was the 10 literally until last season, bro. He was good in 2019, 2020, 2021. But I don't know, man.
It's 2024.
That's what I'm saying.
If it be 2025.
Why do you think he's at Fulham, bro?
I'm just saying the 10 shirt is crazy, bro. That's crazy. To be going from the 10 shirt at
We thought he was going to be that kid.
Hold on.
We thought he was going to be that kid,
Escúchame. To go from the 10 shirt at Arsenal to 32 at Fulham. Oh, boy. He's doing his career in reverse. He's doing his career backwards. You're supposed to go from 32 at Fulham to 10 at Arsenal. And I'm talking shit, bro. He's a baller. Like, he's a good player. He's a decent player.
But yeah, bro, he was just cut enough to be on Arsenal.
I don't know why Arteta never, like... Because, like, y'all signed Trossard and shit. I feel like because... I could be wrong. Like, maybe he had injury problems or some shit. But, like, fuck, man. ESR.
He would be more on the bench than playing on the field.
I just remember the hype, bro.
Yeah.
I remember seeing debates online back when so it was like a heavy thing when Madison, Grealish, and Mount, because they were all playing in the championship at the same season. I want to say that was around like 2019, and fucking they were all like basically kind of the up and coming class of young attacking midfielders for English football, and like Arsenal fans would keep trying to shoehorn ESR into that debate and say like, oh, Smith Rowe's the best out of all of them. Smith Rowe's the best out of all of them. And I would just watch the highlights and look at the stats and see shit and be like, bruh, Mount is a good player. Madison is a good player. Grealish is a fucking elite player. And Smith Rowe's like, you know, he's there too. And so I just felt like the hype and the way that he got, maybe it's just from what I saw on social media, but I don't know, man. I'll be fair, though. I'll be fair. Andres Pereira, right there too. So we got a former Arsenal wonder kid and a former Man United wonder kid in there. And obviously Bernd Leno, of course. And hey, shout out to Anthony Robinson. This is low-key like one of the only U.S. men's national team players that genuinely starts for a club team in the top 5 leagues in Europe. Like Weah plays at Juve and fucking Pulisic starts at Milan. Fucking Musa also plays in Milan though, doesn't really start. But like, yeah, he's like one of the few Americans that actually starts. I fuck with this guy, bro. I fuck with Anthony Robinson. Oh, Wobie.
Yeah.
Bro, this is a weird... Fulham's a weird team because they got Traore from Wolves too.
He will be, bro.
This is a weird team.
It's an interesting team, bro.
Issa Diop was supposed to be like a baller too. He was a wonder kid on FIFA back in the day on career mode. I remember signing him all the time because he's tall as shit and fast as shit. And so when he was young, it was like, oh, this dude's up next. Like, he's 6'4", had like 80 pace. Yeah. He was a fucking monster, but he just... I think injuries and shit, but hey, this is a weird team, but we beat them, so fuck them.
Fairs.
Can you not hide behind your comments and Instagram DMs and say what you said about Xerxes' goal. Have you changed your opinion, or
Bro,
do you still feel like what you said is? Say what you said.
I feel like it was just an easy tap. Not even a tap in, bro. He just barely poked his leg out, bro.
What I feel like you're underrating is the composure.
Okay.
First of all, he didn't try to like blast it and volley that shit, which
I'm
a
not
lot
saying
of
that
players
he's
would
that
have.
little-
All it took was that little tap to understand his positioning relative to the goal. That's like genuine striker instincts. That's like, to me, I'm not trying to like glaze and gas it, but like, and I'm not trying to over compare and say that he's gonna be some elite legend. But if we're just taking that one finish in isolation, that's like Suarez, Aguero, that's fucking like Bergkamp, Van Persie.
Whoa.
Like, that's like the elite strikers making a run into the box, getting a difficult ball into the middle, and just by instinct knowing this is where I am, the goal is over here, I need to put my hips here, hit the ball at this angle. It was such a pure striker's finish. Let me pull it up real quick, bro. I feel like you're kind of tripping. I feel like you're kind of
There's
tripping.
a reason why you're looking it up, bro.
Well, I'm not trying to say it was some fucking world-class banger. Let's skip it.
Space in which to operate. Casemiro, Garnacho, and McTominay.
Do you see how fast that ball is coming into the middle? It's not along the floor either. It's coming in from a weird angle. Bro, come on.
Casemiro.
That's a nasty
But it's still
angle.
kind of just an easy.
But it's bro,
It's
but
just an easy like
anything else,
directing the ball in a direction, bro.
but anything
He's
else,
just
Leno would
deflecting
have
the ball,
saved
bro.
it.
Okay, yeah.
Because if he puts it any higher, he's able to dive at it. Like, he puts it beautifully into the bottom corner. Look at the replay,
Okay,
bro.
I didn't feel like he
You're
meant to
saying
put it
it's
in
like
the-
an easy tap, but like, bro, he's like finessing that into the corner with so much class. Bro, I feel like you're not giving that the respect.
Of palpable relief
This is the closest, bro.
around a packed Old Trafford.
Bro really might be the RVP regen. I don't know, bro.
Well, we talked about United and getting men in
Look
the
at that
box when the
turn.
ball is wide.
Fucking Bruno.
Saint says, come on, straight down the middle. Comes short for the ball.
Look at him dropping
He
deep,
lays it
linking
off
up the
the
play,
field, he's just going straight
making the
forward.
late run.
He gets
Bro,
in
that's
there,
so
puts his
nasty.
foot out.
Wait for the
Somebody
close-up on the
thought,
finish.
"I've got the touch," but we're just
It's
gonna
this
see
one
now,
right here.
just sticks that left foot out. Again, ball in the box, there it is. Just kind of.
I think they slow-mo it at some
Sure.
point.
Who cares? He doesn't care. But Tommy looks like he's gonna
Here
have a
you go.
swing at it. Garnacho, the supplier.
Bro, come on. Nah, but
It's
look
a
at that
little
finish.
deflection,
But
bro.
look, bottom corner. Bro, nah, you're tripping.
Okay.
You
It's a decent goal.
be
but
honest
it's a
with me.
little
Be honest with me.
deflection
Be
from
dead
the
ass
ball.
honest with me. Be dead ass honest with me. Out of 10 tries, are you putting that on target? That cross.
About like 4 times out of 10. Bro, fuck you. I would. Fuck you, dog. Like 4 times out of 10, yeah.
Do you see how difficult this cross is to hit first time? The pace, it's off the ground. Bro, you gotta meet that shit in the air, coming at that pace. No diss, I don't think you got that in your locker.
The box. It's a good ball.
I don't know if I could hit that ball like that.
Drift off the inside of his left foot into that far corner.
Facts. I don't know. It's a decent goal.
And I'm
I'll give
almost
it that now.
positive he's right-footed. Almost positive. My fucking computer is so slow, this shit kills me.
We'll kick that shit a little bit.
It doesn't just, no one can show, like, where's FIFA at? Show me his weak foot. Yeah, preferred foot right. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, bro, that was on the weak fucking foot. Come on, man. Nah, yeah. And what pissed me off is you was so quick to say that shit online. I had to press you to say that shit here, bro. Say that shit with your chest, bro. That was a tough finish. Weak foot on the volley, first time, bro. Bottom corner. Past a good keeper. Leno was a good keeper.
It was a good, not shot, but like a good.
Finish. A striker's finish.
Oh my god.
Some Van Persie shit. That gave me RVP vibes, bro. And I'm not even just saying that because he's Dutch and plays for Man United, boy.
You probably are.
Wee. Anyways, we've been on this shit for a bit. Let's check the battery on our microphone here. So you're still on 14%, bro. Your shit is big chilling, bro. Your shit's big chilling. Let's go ahead and move on to oh man, this was an interesting ass game to watch. I'll tell you that. An interesting ass game.
I feel like you're overcomplicating it, bro. I feel like it wasn't that bad.
FC Barcelona.
Especially for a first game for Hansi and the squad we came out with,
versus
bro. It wasn't that bad for what
Valencia.
you're saying, bro.
How did you feel?
Like you said, I feel like you're like, I don't know, overcomplicating it. I feel like it was a good win for us.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
You're happy with that performance?
Bro, look at our defense. It's fucking Pau Cabarasi and fucking Martinez, bro.
Martinez, who you were just trying to tell me, what was it, last week on the prediction show? Don't underestimate Martinez.
He's pretty decent. He just fucking, bro, come on.
Duro looked decent. And Valencia were creating chances. And when you look at this Valencia team, they're pretty fucking god-awful. Like, I was looking at these lineups before the match was starting and thinking, honest to God, like, I know there's some guys in here that aren't regular starters. There's some rotations because of injuries and stuff. But just off the nature of having basically your starting attack, yeah, I would say this is your starting attack. This is your first team attack. If you were going into a Champions League final with Barcelona, no injuries, this is the attack you would play.
I'll probably put Yamal at left wing and Rafinha at right wing instead.
I disagree with that. I think Yamal is better on the right. But regardless, those are the players. Those are the guys. Those are your best four attackers. Yeah. So going up against a god-awful Valencia team. Best players, their fucking keeper.
Had, bro. Honestly, like I told you. Look.
Nah, bro, but I'm sorry. You're coming in there with the best young player in the world. Fucking Rafinha, Lewandowski, Ferran Torres. Yes, they did what they needed to do, but the performance itself was not it, bro. So first of all, I feel like the penalty y'all got was like kind of shaky. Like, fair enough, that's gonna happen. It's Barca in La Liga, so they're always, if it is like a 50, if it's a 50-50 call, it's gonna lean that way, bro. It's just a matter of fact. It's the same way with Real Madrid. It's like those bigger teams are pretty much always gonna get the benefit of the doubt. That's just natural, bro. It is what it is. Whatever. All right, it is what it is. I feel like for the first like half hour or so of the game, Valencia were pretty much playing you guys off the pitch. Like, they were a much better team. They scored the first goal. They looked like they were in control. And then you guys scored the very late goal before the fucking half. And then got the penalty early on in the second half. And that basically fucking killed the game out from there. And I feel like it got to a point where they just kind of ran out of, like, juice in their attack. Like, they only had so much they could throw at you guys. They only got the one goal and it ended up not being enough. The thing that I'm saying is, yes, that's a good win to get. But the way that you guys played, especially in that first half, if you're up against a team with just, like, even a little bit more quality in their midfield and attack, I feel like that shit's going to hurt you guys down the line. And so that's the reason why I'm saying, like, yes, obviously it's good for Flick to come in, get a win on his debut. Good to get Lewandowski scoring early. Like, that's all positive. And Yamal looked excellent. Like, that's the biggest positive I would take away from the game for me personally is, like, with a wonder kid like that, you're just so scared for, like, a drop-off to start because once it starts, it might not stop. And so as every game that he keeps staying at this level is a win. And he came out, new season, hella tournaments over the summer and shit. Like, he could have been tired, might not have looked as sharp. He looked straight on it. So, like, that's a big, big win for Barca fans. But besides those couple things, the overall performance, I was just expecting more, I guess. Like, I felt like this should have been a game that, on paper, should be a pretty dominant win. Yes, like I said, there's some younger players in there. But the overall quality, like, you still have Koundé and Balde in there. You still have your first-team keeper in there. Like, overall, this team is a lot better than the team that Valencia put out there. And so I don't know. I just felt like I was expecting a more complete dominant performance.
I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like you're overthinking it, bro.
All right, this is what I want to look at right now.
We've had worse starts, bruh. We've had worse starts.
100%. 100%.
In the recent seasons, not even past seasons.
This is all I want to look at. I just want to look at some of the upcoming fixtures. I'm just curious. And already the next one I see that's coming up this weekend, Athletic.
Bilbao, yeah.
And we'll see, bruh. We'll see about that one. Vallecano should be a win.
That's gonna be a tough game with Bilbao.
Valladolid should be a win. But this is Barca we're talking about, bro. Like, you should be winning these games. Girona will be tough. Villarreal will be tough. Getafe should be a win. Osasuna should be a win. So, we're just looking through the earlier stages of the season, there is a few challenging games in
We're
there.
not even talking about Champions League yet, too.
Yeah, no, this is just looking at the
Yeah.
domestic stuff. So, yeah, I'm saying, like, in La Liga, yes, there are some games I think you guys should get some pretty easy wins, but there's also some games that are going to be challenging. Like, we're going to talk a little bit about what I saw with Villarreal later, and they looked really solid. Obviously, Girona in the whole city group system, they're going to be solid. And, I mean, this next game coming up is probably one that I would be worried about if I was a Barca fan. I think this is something that could be a difficult game.
I said it was going to be an interesting game, bro, but we'll see.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think that overall I wasn't too impressed. I guess we'll see when some of the midfielders and you get that first team defense back into the team. If it looks better, obviously, like, improving that situation will help. But I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We will see, man. And, I mean, look, there's a reason why this coach got a yellow card, bro. He was complaining about shit for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. Bro, I'm watching the game from an unbiased perspective, and I'm seeing shit where I'm like, I don't know, ref. I don't know. I'm just saying, bro.
Right.
You can cope as hard as you want, bro.
Right.
It's not going to change shit, bro. It's not going to change shit. I'm trying to be fair and say the same shit happens with Real, and this fool still doesn't want to accept facts. Whatever, bro. Okie dokie, bruh. But yeah, it was an interesting game, man. It was an interesting game.
I feel like it was a more convincing win than Real's win.
See, when you look at the fucking, Real didn't win.
Exactly, it was more convincing than Real's game.
Well, obviously. Like, yeah. That's.
Especially with all the hype with, like, Mbappe and shit, and people talking shit about Lewandowski.
I mean, yeah, but.
And I feel we had, like, a tougher game than Real did, right? Yeah,
yeah. Not by much, but yeah. Valencia are pretty shit. But yeah. Valencia are pretty shit.
Recently.
Which is the present. Yes. Yes.
But
yes. They are pretty shit. This is the kind of the only last stat I wanted to point out before we headed out was the big chances. Valencia created 3 big chances and Barca 5. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Is that this game felt way closer than it needed to be. Like, there was if this same statistical game gets played out through a simulation like 10 times, Valencia win like 2 or 3 of them, you guys tie like 2 or 3 of them, and then you guys win the rest of them, like 3 or 4 left over.
That's interesting.
Like, it was felt like a game that could have gone any direction, just depending on who had a moment of quality at what point. Obviously, you guys being Barcelona, you have the better players. You're going to have those moments of quality more often than the other teams. That's going to happen. I'm just saying it wasn't the dominant performance I was expecting when I looked at the lineups before the game. You see that's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. But you are right that there was some more shitty, stinky, winky winkers out there, brother. Just some absolutely stinking bombs, brother. Fucking. I think we gotta pause to talk to our sponsors really quick, though.
Oh, shit.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, I'm gonna say, damn.
Shit, bro. After that word from our sponsor.
Great people.
You know who we were sponsored by? I don't think I told you.
Oh.
Mbappe Cam.
Oh, man.
Yeah, bro. They had some money to spare because it wasn't really that.
They didn't get a whole lot of nothing back.
Nah, yeah, they didn't get a lot of return on their investment there.
That was a crazy fucking.
So, did you watch this game?
I watched like part of it. I was working when that shit was on.
Okay, so I watched this game and man, it was a weird. So they started really well. Mm-hmm. I think Real started strong. It was kind of the opposite of the Barca game where like Barca, I feel like didn't start too strong, but played better as the game went on. It was the opposite for Real, where like they came out strong, and as the game continued, like they just kind of lost. Especially, it felt like after they scored, foot came off the gas, and they were just kind of cruising. It felt like they felt like, you know, already won the game basically, like it's already wrapped up, and there was no intensity, you know, and it definitely an underwhelming debut for Mr. Mbappe. I don't know if we could pull up like this Jesus, the specific stats of like what he did, but just watching it, it was rough, man. It was rough. This fucking computer's killing me. This website is not fucking with me right now, but it was a rough little debut. He had a couple decent moments of link up play with Jude and Vinny, like where we kind of saw like, okay, I could see how this could work, but overall, definitely underwhelming. I think if I could, so I know you're gonna be, naturally as a Barca fan, you're gonna be pretty easy to hate on Madrid. So I'm gonna try to play devil's advocate and say, I think the best thing that Madrid fans can take from this game is that coming into this season, the biggest question mark for me was this new front three with Vinny, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. How is that going to work? Because we have known, it's very, very well reported out of France and PSG that Mbappe does not like playing down the middle. He wants to play on the left. And obviously, Vinny can only really play on the left and be effective. So,
you think he's gonna suck it up and play it?
I mean, that's kind of what I feel like we saw, is that Mbappe, and that was what I expected, because the reason why I anticipated he would be willing to adjust his game a bit more is because this is the one club, this is the one move that he's like genuinely dreamed about since a kid. Has been very well documented that he wanted to be a Real Madrid player. And so the chance to wear that 9 shirt that, you know, the original Ronaldo and even Cristiano in his first season made so iconic, like that 9 shirt at Madrid, and even what Benzema did, I'm sure being a French player himself, he'll have a lot of admiration for Benzema as well. So getting to put on that 9 shirt, I think he'll just understand that, like, and I also think that looking at a player like Vinicius, who's like his age, clearly at that world-class level, he'll have the respect for him to say, this is clearly where you need to play, and this is where I need to play for the tactics to make the most sense. Like, he's not dumb. I think the reason why he tried to do that shit at PSG, and this is just my speculation, is that because he felt like he ran the show at PSG. And so he said, you know what? I actually do prefer playing on the left, and they'll do it for me because this is my club, basically. Versus Real Madrid, I think he just comes into it with that understanding that, like, realistically, not even Ronaldo was bigger than the club. Cristiano, not the original Ronaldo, not Zidane, not Beckham, you know, like, they've had the biggest stars that the game has ever produced, damn near, besides, like, Messi and shit. Like, you know, they've had all the legends, and no one has ever been bigger than the badge. It's just a club that is that big. And so, I mean, I just feel like, yeah, he came into it with the right mentality, and I feel like that's what he showed in the game, is that obviously it didn't all come together, and he didn't end up scoring a goal or getting an assist or nothing like that, but the link-up play and the way that he was moving showed me that, like,
I don't know, it was a little confusing.
They're going to work together pretty well.
Rodrigo cutting more, like, inside a lot.
Well, that's what I think is the point, is that they're going to be very fluid. I think that was the answer to my question. I guess I didn't really get to that point, but my question coming into it was, how the fuck is this all going to work? And it feels like the answer that Ancelotti presented and that the players clearly, at least for now, seem cool with, is kind of interchanging throughout. And I think that that'll really work to their benefit, because as a defender, if 1 minute you have fucking Mbappe in front of you, and then all of a sudden he rotates out and you're trying to, like, figure out, oh shit, where's Mbappe? But then you look over and wait, Rodrigo's making a run in behind me, like, and then is, you know, all of a sudden you got Vinny underlapping him coming in as well. It's like, oh shit, like, it could be, so I think that's what maybe we might see, is some more games like this early on in the season where they kind of struggle, but once they get that chemistry between the three of them up front, the way that they were playing, I guess I could see the vision.
Do you think they're going to be doing this against bigger teams? Because I don't think that would work against bigger teams, bro.
I do. I think it would. I get what you're saying, but I do think that because of their individual qualities, like I said, if they get that chemistry to where they kind of understand the runs that they like to make and what spaces to occupy, and especially with Jude coming in making those late runs in behind, I do feel like they have the talent and the buy-in from these players that they could make a strategy like that work. And we've seen stuff similar to this with Man City in the past where like their strikers don't play as out and out strikers and they kind of rotate their forwards around and it's a more fluid attacking system. Not so fluid with this Madrid team because it seems like there's less predetermined patterns and structure to it. It does seem like a more free flowing kind of wherever they feel like the spaces are at, that's where they're going to go. But with the Pep teams, we saw that a player like Gabby Jesus, who would start as their striker, could kind of float out to the right-hand side and allow a player like Sterling to kind of drift into the inside more and create that shit. So, like, we've seen teams like this in the past, is my point, be successful where the striker that starts as the 9 isn't necessarily always occupying that space in the middle and kind of floats around and stuff like that. So, I do think it could be successful. And I'm willing to hear what you have to say about it. Obviously, I'm curious to hear your thoughts as more of the Madrid hater, but that's kind of, at least if I could put a positive spin on a shitty result, if I was trying to be a Madrid fan here, that's what I would say.
I feel like that's going to be like the fault with Mbappe. I feel like he's not going to be able to do that. I feel like that's why he was so underwhelming. It's going to be hard for him to get in a position where he can actually, like, do what he actually fucking does.
So you think he's not going to be able to fit in with the front 3, basically?
I don't know, man. It's just like... It's just a system that they're playing, bro. It's just interesting. I don't know. I feel like that's why he wasn't really showing out that much. It was just more like him being... I would not say in bad positions, because... I don't know. I want to say bad positions, because like you said, he still got fucking good... He still got some shots off. He still got fucking decent passes in, but... I don't know, man. I just feel like him being shuffled around everywhere is going to be hard for him to, like, be able to lock in and actually do what he actually does and shit.
I mean, I don't know. I disagree. Because, I feel like they have... Like, we're looking at 3 of the most talented attacking players in the world. And so I think that them interchanging in the attack is only going to give problems to the defenders and only make it tougher to defend them, because when any of them start dropping deep or overloading on either side, like, what do you do? How do you respond to that? There is no easy answer to how you defend this team with so much talent, and all of them have so much speed too, which is like something that gets kind of overlooked, I feel like. But just the ability to make those runs in behind and have that quick acceleration of like going 0 to 60 faster than the other team. Like, they're going to be able to pull off these quick, efficient moves that, I don't know, bro. I think that once they get clicking, like I said, once they get some time together and some chemistry, I think they're going to be really, really, really tough to defend. I really do.
So you think it's just time?
What do you mean?
Time to build up and let them get, like, adjusted to playing with each other?
Yeah. No, I think, it's just going to take some matches for them to kind of get more used to, like I said, the runs that they like to make, just kind of figuring out the timing of things. I think it will come together. I don't know, bro. Like, I just, the reason why I feel like I disagree so much is just because, like, yes, I understand that at PSG and at France, he had a bit more of a solidified role on the left-hand side where we kind of knew where he was going to pop up. But the fact that he has played in multiple different positions and shown to be effective in those positions throughout his career coming up. We've seen him play on the right in his younger years. We've seen him play mostly on the left. We've obviously seen him play down the middle. I feel like that inherent understanding of just like how to angle your body and how to make certain runs and what type of passes to play when you're in certain positions, like, he's gonna understand all of that shit. He has experience in all of that shit. And I think Vinicius and Rodrigo, they're used to playing in this kind of free-flowing style because that's kind of what they were doing last season with Ancelotti. Like, they didn't play with a out-and-out striker in a lot of their games. Their only real striker was fucking Josuelu. And so they are already used to the idea of, like, kind of a more free-flowing attacking setup, and like Bellingham kind of just popping up wherever and understanding like, oh shit, this is the moment where we're gonna do some little link-up play. Cool. Like, I feel like they're already so used to it. The only player that needs to adapt is Mbappe, and he's the best footballer on the planet. So I think he's gonna fucking adapt pretty quick. I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's just wishful thinking from a Barca fan, but I feel like it's only a matter of time for them to start clicking. That's just how I read it. I don't know, man.
Interesting game, bro. It was an interesting game.
Do you have any more thoughts on Real Madrid, on their flop of a start to the season?
I mean, it was just honestly surprising, bro.
I mean,
More than anything, yeah, bro. It was honestly just more fucking surprising.
obviously, yeah. Fucking Mallorca, I don't think anyone saw that coming. Hey, man. This is why you don't gamble, kids. You never know what's gonna happen.
Crazy.
Never know what's gonna happen. So, some shit I wanted to talk about before. Well, we're gonna get into some wrestling in a bit, but before we shift gears, I wanted to go ahead and bro, stop being such a fucking hater, bro. I swear to God, bro, you're so mad. So I wanted to just shout out. I don't know. Did you come up with one?
A what?
A game?
What do you
Did you want to talk about? I texted you earlier. No.
No.
I came up with a game. I invented a game. Imagine. I fucking
Thought of a game.
I just wanted to shout out a game basically that I watched over the weekend that caught my attention.
Interesting.
It was just that, like, throughout the weekend when I'm watching football, I usually wake up in the morning like for a specific game, and then after that game finishes, I just kind of check the schedule and see like what else is on, and just kind of browse whatever. And I ended up at one point just kind of, I think it was on Monday afternoon, which that was another thing I wanted to say. I fucking love La Liga for the way that they have those like Monday afternoon games so consistent. That shit is awesome.
Just because he has Mondays off, bro.
There's nothing better than waking up on a Monday morning and just like flicking on the TV and boom, there's some La Liga.
It's already
bro.
like 12 p.m., bro.
No, but I mean, Monday after, that's what I'm saying. Like, you wake up in the morning, chill for a bit, and then boom, flick on the TV, and you got a La Liga game to watch. That shit's goated, bro. That shit's goated. And don't you have Mondays off too?
Yeah.
So, bro, you saying just because you have Mondays off, bro, you got them off too, bro. You be watching the La Liga games. You know the vibes.
I'll be watching the good ones.
Those Monday vibes.
This was a decent Monday game, but I don't feel
This
like
was an exciting one for sure. No, when I saw this on the schedule, I already knew.
But I don't feel
okay.
like they're all going to be decent games for Monday, bro.
Well, that's because La Liga's trash. And there's a great video on my channel about it. But that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
That's because y'all don't got no money. That's the problem, bro. Y'all got no bread.
Jesus, bro.
But fucking, anyways, been ranting too damn long. This game was interesting to me. It was a fun game to watch. Villarreal versus Atletico Madrid. It ended in a 2-2 draw, which I was not expecting because I did not have the highest hopes for Villarreal's season. Not seeing any like transfers that excited me. A lot of their players on their team I feel like are very much past their prime. Like when I see you still rolling up with guys like Danny Parejo, Gerard Moreno, it's like, guys, it's 2024. You know what I mean? So that's a little crazy. But they pulled up and put on a really solid performance. The vets got it done over here. A guy that I wanted to shout out was Danjuma Arnaut. I think Arnaut Danjuma. I'm not great the pronunciation on his first name there, but I believe it was Bournemouth that I first remember noticing this guy. He was playing in the championship, I think at Bournemouth. And I remember seeing some of his highlights. I saw his stats one day when I was just looking like, who's cooking down there right now? Because that's some shit I do because I'm a football nerd. I like to see where the wonder kids are at in these random leagues. And I remember seeing this dude's stats and thinking, this Dutch winger's pretty fucking good for Bournemouth. Looked at some of his highlights and stuff. He looked like a good player. And then he got a couple moves and bounced around a bit, but felt like he never found his footing. And I still don't think he has quite yet. I heard some of the commentators talking about that he might get another move away from Villarreal. He spent last season on loan at Everton. Kind of an underwhelming move. I feel like that wasn't the best move for his career just because it's a struggling club in the Premier League. Like, he's not really getting a chance to show his attacking skills there. But he showed his talent in this game. He was looking really effective even before his goal and scored a nice goal and was just a fun player to watch. I've always enjoyed him since I first discovered him on Who Scored one day. I just think he's a good baller, and I don't know. I thought that was a good performance. Wanted to shout out Sorloth because that's someone who I brought up in the episode last week talking about why I think Atleti's going to do good, and he already got off to a hot start against his former club. I mean, he might deadass be the best striker in La Liga. I don't know now because Mbappe's here. Obviously, if he counts as a striker now, like that obviously kind of washes that. But last season, I think you can make a strong argument last season that he was the best striker in La Liga, and he already is off to a flying start in his new colors. Man, they looked great.
Well, how do you feel that they literally drew against Villarreal, a team he thought wasn't gonna do good?
Well, I think that Villarreal just put on a really strong performance. I don't think there was any shame in the way that this game played out. A draw felt decent, and then there's some other shit that I'll get into with that, but I'll get into it now. So I feel like the thing that kind of fucked up Atleti as far as the result goes, for what you're referencing, Simeone, as you can see, made quite a few changes. He made 2 changes at halftime, bringing off Sorloth and Witsel for who was it? Jose Jimenez and Angel Correa. So I don't know if that was like a fitness thing, because they're like Sorloth is a newer signing and Witsel's old as shit. And so I don't know if that was a fitness thing of just trying to like get some minutes into some different players or what, but that first half, it felt like they were on the way to a dominant win. And then as soon as those changes happened and Sorloth especially came off the pitch, just not as threatening. And so I'm kind of willing to write off this result as just like Simeone either experimenting with players or trying to get players up to fitness and making changes that he just normally would not have to make, because there's no way Sorloth is coming off that pitch at halftime in a normal game after scoring. Like, he was killing it. And so I think that was one thing I definitely wanted to mention, is that the substitutions from Simeone, even the commentators when I was watching the game, they were kind of perplexed. So like, okay, like, this is a little weird. I guess, like, he just was experimenting with the team. That was kind of their speculation on it. But I did feel like those substitutions took the wind out of their sails, and I doubt that that's a mistake he'll make again. But when you look at how strong this starting lineup is overall, and the fact that they're still bringing in players like Jimenez, Correa, Molina, DePaul, and Alvarez all off of the bench, like, this is why I'm so bullish on this Atleti team. This is why I think they're going to do so well, is they just have a squad this season, man. Like, they've done such good business in the transfer window the last few years, and I really like this Simeone system that he's playing right now with this 3-5-2. I think Llorente as like a wingback playing up and down the pitch is perfect for him because he's got the athleticism for it. He's got the technical abilities for it. That's where I like to play him on FIFA Ultimate Team sometimes. Okay. So me and Simeone think alike. I thought Renildo looked like a fucking man with a new life in that game. I know his match rating on here isn't great, but him and Lino on this left-hand side were just some great link-up play in the build-up for Atleti. They were some of the, like, best creative spark that Atleti had in that first half where they were really cooking. And then when Molina came on, it just felt not as strong. I think these Argentinian guys are probably all pretty fucking gassed from Copa America and all that shit. And so, and obviously, racism is fucking exhausting, dude. I don't know if you... I personally haven't tried it, but a lot of my family members, you know the deal. And they all look tired. So I'm pretty sure racism is exhausting. Have you seen Trump? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure racism is exhausting. And so, like, these Argentinian fools just looked a little tired, basically, is what I'm trying to say, bro. And so...
crazy, bro. You crazy.
And so, yeah, bro, just... I feel like once they've got their fitness, once they've got their proper first team playing throughout the games, like, this is a game they would have won pretty comfortably. Yeah. Now, that being said, Villarreal played really well. Fucking, is Jeremy Pino right? This dude played his fucking ass off. He was cooking down this right-hand side. Alex Baena is a really solid young player. The only thing that trips me out with this fool is, wasn't he the guy who said that shit to Valverde? And, like, there was that whole controversy about it where allegedly he, like, said something about his mom or something who had, like,
I do not remember.
Passed away or some shit.
I
like,
do not remember.
I remember there being a whole controversy where Valverde got sent off for like starting a fight or some shit like that. But then he went to the press and said that he like pressed this fool. He like tried to attack him because Baena like made a joke about like I think it was his mother, grandmother, or something who had like passed away or something like that. And so ever since then, every time I see this fool, I always side eye and be like, ain't you the fool making disrespectful ass comments?
Is it true?
Like, I mean, I guess it's like he said, she said. It depends on who you believe. But Valverde was pretty adamant that he was saying some fucked up shit. I'm pretty sure Villarreal denied it, but like, there's no evidence, so of course they're just gonna say no, we didn't, and it's kind of left for you to decide. The reason why I would tend to lean towards it probably happened is because why the fuck else would Valverde just start a fight with a fool out of nowhere? Like, I watched a lot of games of Real Madrid. I've never seen Ernesto Valverde just start trying to punch a player. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like something was said. And so if he's saying that's what happened, I have no reason to think he's lying to me. And so, I mean, yeah, you take it with a grain of salt. But I guess I just say that to say that, like, this fool just gives me sussy vibes. That's all. That's all. I don't know. I'm just saying he gives me sussy vibes. And shout out to Eric Bailly. Had a really good game. And
ex-United player.
Has been a really good player his entire career. It's just always been the injuries. He can't stay fit to save his fucking life. But when he is, God, he was like a fucking just athletic freak. He got oh my God, what a player. What a player. I would give anything for him to have had a fully healthy career. That was one of the few transfers during the Glazer era that, like, actually made so much sense when they did it. Like, was such a smart signing, and we just got so fucked. We just got so fucked by unlucky injuries and shit, but he was such a good player. Ugh, breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. But yeah, I just wanted to shout out this game. It was really good. There was some good performances from players I didn't really expect. Low-key forgot that Aspi played over there. So when I saw him, I was like, oh shit, that's right. You're fucking over there. Holy shit.
OG, bro.
Man, bro, old as fucking dirt, bro. 34. Hang it up, Chief. But hey, he's getting it done. And this is low-key a spot that makes sense for him at the right side of a back three. Like, that's probably the best spot for him at this point in his career. So, I mean, La Liga's not the most athletic league, so he'll probably be fine. But I don't know, bruh. I'm really high on this Atleti team, and this game kind of showed me why I felt that way, bruh. Still got one of the best keepers in the world back there. Really solid back line, really solid defense with midfield with great depth. And, I mean, we didn't even really get to see much of Julian. He only got, like, 10 minutes. He didn't really get to cook.
He didn't play, bro.
So once you mix that fool up in there, oh, boy. Oh boy, I'm very excited to see this Atleti team this season. They might.
No, bro, they barely scraped it right now, bro. Chill, bro. Oh my God, you're hyping them too much, bro.
They might though, but they might.
Fucking hyping them too much, bro. Relax. Nah, dog. You said they might, bro. Nah.
They might win La Liga.
Hey, yo, why you so close to them, bro? Why you doing that?
I had to tell him a secret.
Fuck.
Chill.
They're gonna report you for that, bro.
Chill.
Jesus,
I just had to tell him a secret.
Let them breathe, bro.
Breathe.
Give them some space, bro. Damn, bro. They don't want ASMR.
Relax.
They don't want fucking ASMR, fucking CPR from you stupid
Bruh,
ass, bro.
you're a fucking dick, bro.
You
Chill.
don't
I'm
shit
just telling you
from
a
me, bro.
secret. Chill, bro. Chill. But can I tell you, I'm actually gonna call a quick fucking audible. Omaha. Call an audible.
Oh, fucking nice.
Because I didn't have this on the fucking topic list, so I'm looking throwing this at you live on the spot. But I thought about it after making the fucking jokes about all the Argentinian players. Thoughts on Enzo not only starting first game, because I feel like that was already a question of like, is he gonna start already? Are they gonna kind of keep him on the bench for now as a punishment? What's gonna happen? Not only starting, but the motherfucking armband, this represents Chelsea Football Club.
Unity, fam.
This is our captain. This is who we want to represent Chelsea.
Crazy,
Thoughts and opinions. I'm so curious. First of all,
bro. It's interesting. I don't know why.
First of all, what do we think of Tottenham?
Shit.
What do we think of Chelsea?
Shit.
All right, bet you continue.
Okay.
I just had to get that out there.
Alright, cool.
Continue.
But like fucking I was saying, you stupid bitch.
Sorry.
Stupid ass, bro.
Fucking
Nice,
go.
man.
Fuck you,
Nice,
dick.
man.
Stop. Fuck.
But nah, bro. That shit was. I don't know. It's just like. I was thinking like they're players. I'm like, I don't see who else too. I don't know. I guess Fernandez has more experience than I guess most of his teammates, you can say.
Bruh, more experience. He's like 12 years old.
Nah, bro, but he's been through fucking the World Cup. He's been through fucking Copa America, bro.
Bruh, in like the last year.
Bro, it's been a few years he's been playing good, bro.
Bro, he
You're
literally
tripping,
went
bro.
to Chelsea like last season. You're crazy. I'm pulling up the lineup right now. Nah, bruh.
Yeah, who else would be captain? Tell
It's
me, bro.
crazy, bro. Do you remember what I told you in the preview? Do you remember what I wrote down?
Nah.
College team. I called them a college team. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And I said the reason they will be, and you said you thought there was gonna be some hot shit. And the reason I said, nah, gang, ain't not it, is because I've been playing the motherfucking shit
Well, of course not against City,
out
bro.
of college football
Of course not
25.
against City, bro.
And if I
Of
transported
course not
even
against
my
City,
best
bro.
ever USC team I ever had in my dynasty build, even the best team I ever had, and I put them in the fucking NFL with the pros, with grown ass men, adults, with children and shit, bro, they're gonna get fried. Because there's a difference from being like a early 20s player and a mid-late 20s and early 30s player. Like, the development is real.
Yeah.
The development is real. Look at this fucking team.
That's what I'm telling you. Who else would be captain in this team?
Who else would be captain is a different question. Honest to God,
Like, for real, bro. For real.
I think the best shout for me would be Cole Palmer. Because he was your leader on the pitch last season. He was their best player by far last
You say
season.
your. Who's your?
Well,
Nice, bro.
not to you. I'm saying to Chelsea. To Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? To Chelsea. I'm saying he was Chelsea's best player last season by far.
Check yourself, bro.
I think it just makes sense to have like an English national team player be the captain of an English club. Like, that makes sense. I think that even like, oh man,
This was like Cucurella. I think
Nah,
got bodied
see-
by Haaland.
I was thinking maybe like one of the youth academy kids, like Levi Colwell or
That's
something, but he's still
crazy.
young.
That's crazy.
He's still young. I mean, the thing is with Chelsea is they just don't have captain level players
So
in
what do
their
you
team.
think-
They
so what
don't
do you
have
think
any
about the
senior
recent
players.
signing right now, Joe?
We'll take this one at a time. One at a time.
Bitch.
Because I think that there could be a valid argument. Damn,
Exactly.
bro. That's
Who
the
would be
nah,
captain?
it's
No.
Cole Palmer. It's Cole Palmer. I think it should have been Cole
I
Palmer.
don't know.
I
but-
feel like there's a valid argument for Cole Palmer.
Interesting, but alright.
I think that there's a very valid argument for Cole Palmer to get that shit. Me personally. And obviously, like, you just avoid all the controversy. Like, we're not sitting here right now
I
talking
feel that's the
about
main
it.
reason why they did it too. For like,
But what do you mean?
I guess the show's like, hey, bruh, it looks like everybody's just tripping.
I feel like that's the wrong message to send.
But I guess that's what they're trying to do, bro. Because why would he go else be like?
I
I
just
think there was like a message released by like his fucking team or like the fucking club or whatever saying like,
I saw something from
decision or
Enzo
whatever, yeah.
Maresca, the new manager, where he was backing him, saying that, you know, he made a mistake, it's behind him, and that he like wants to show that like fucking he's still one of the best players in the club, one of the most experienced players, and that he's still a leader of the team, some type of shit along those lines. To me, I think saying that, like, hey, this shit's in the past, he learned his lesson, he's a changed man now, when the shit happened, like, what, 3 weeks ago? A month ago? Like, it just happened, and you're, like, already, like,
Yeah.
You got it now. Like that to me seems a little bizarre that he was able to like literally understand all of racism in like a month. He must be way smarter than I'm giving him credit for, but that seems like a bit of a stretch. And again, I think it's just really it's the messaging behind it. So one of the things that I feel like can't be ignored is that there is a rough history with the Chelsea captaincy, with a lot of the allegations that have come at John Terry, which are like pretty legit. I don't know if you've heard about a lot of these stories, but
No.
like Rio's brother, I believe it's Anton Ferdinand, said that like Terry said like some crazy ass shit to him during a game at one point.
No
and,
way.
like, yeah. Like Rio very openly does not fuck with this fool
For real.
at all.
That feels like straight like on site type of shit if you see them.
Not like on some like, oh, I'm finna fuck
he
this
went
fool
talk to
up.
him
Like,
still.
yeah, no, he's no respect type shit. Like, openly shades him. Like, when they're talking about like who's the best like Premier League center backs, he'll just like ignore the fuck that this fool ever even played football. Like,
That's crazy.
Rio do not fuck with JT, bro. He stand on business about that shit. Like, and there's just hella other rumors about that fool. Like, so I get, and look, I'm not just trying to dig up old dirt for the sake of it. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because as a football club, in your very recent history, in your modern history, in the last 20 years, like your last great captain, your last great generation, there's serious scandals, serious allegations surrounding that fool that's kind of tainted his legacy, and in my opinion, is the reason why you don't really see him or hear from him too much. Because when you watch the media these days, it's all those like 90s, 2000s Premier League guys. They're fucking everywhere right now, talking to everyone, doing stuff with Sky, doing interview stuff. They're on YouTube, doing the overlap shit with Gary and Jamie and everyone. Like, all these former players are popping in the media right now, especially the English ones. And JT is one of the, like, clearly missing guys that was, like, a world-class player from that generation.
Definitely blacklisted most likely.
Bro, because I think people know he's not a good person. And so, you know, great footballer, but just a shitty dude. And so when you've got that history and people know this shit about your club, and then you're going to go and send this message that, like, it almost feels like you're just not taking this seriously, that's where I start to feel like, damn, bro, like, you don't want to start to be branded as, like, the racist football club, which Chelsea kind of already is by a lot of fans. Like, a lot of fans make those jokes and have that type of banter where Chelsea players and Chelsea fans are just kind of called racists. And so when you have some shit like this where it's literally playing into a stereotype that already surrounds your fan base and your club and everything, it just seems like such a stupid fucking decision, and it just invites so much more criticism. It brings the controversy back up to light, gets more people talking about it, and it just fucking like, all of that aside, to me, the most important thing that pisses me the fuck off is it just feels like they don't take the shit seriously enough. Like, the fact that they're trying to erase what happened and pretend that, like, oh, he's different, he's better now. But, like, bruh, like, he said that shit a month ago. Like, I just can't believe that all of a sudden he's just, like, figured his shit out. And then what's crazy to me, too, is I believe Wesley Fofana, if I remember correctly, was one of the players in the Chelsea team that supported kind of that movement against Enzo and was openly speaking out against the shit. And so think about how that fool's fucking feeling. Like,
I think it was his brother, no?
I want to say, I might be confusing just the Fofana shit, yeah, but my point is that, like, bro, let's look at this fucking team. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black players.
French.
What's the likelihood that out of those 7 people, half of them might feel a type of way about what that fool said? And that's like a conservative guess.
Yep.
That half of them might feel a type of way. And now you're trying to tell me I gotta listen to this fool like he's my captain? I gotta listen to this fool in the team talks? Like, he should be lucky that we're not running up on this fool. Like, I'm sure that's how some players are thinking. That, like, you're lucky we're even giving you any type of respect. And now you're telling me to respect him like he's the captain? To me, it just, like, this whole Chelsea season, I've already been seeing, like, a slow motion train wreck happening in front of my eyes. Like, I feel like they're just gonna absolutely explode. Maresca might be one of the first managers sacked this season. Who knows? Like, this team might not even finish in the top 10. Who knows? Like, this is gonna be a rough ass season for Chelsea. And then you start coming out and bringing even more controversy, even more bullshit. And it's like, bruh, I don't know. This season looks like it's gonna be a long one for Chelsea fans, bruh. That's all I'm saying. I don't know, bruh. I was disappointed with the decision. I don't know. I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on it, bruh. I don't know if you have any just final wrap ups on it.
I don't know, bro. It wasn't a game I really wasn't paying attention to.
Just the captaincy.
Oh, I told you, like, who else would it be, bro? I don't know. I just feel like...
So you don't think it's a problem?
it's... That's why I told you. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can say it.
To make him the captain a month after that shit happened?
I don't know what the statement Chelsea is trying to say, though. That's the thing, though.
That they fuck with racism.
But that's what you're saying, though. Like, yes.
That's how else can I interpret it?
It's crazy. Yes, I understand where it's coming from and shit, bro. But
so then what are we doing?
But what's Chelsea trying to say? That's, like, my question about that.
You could literally just put the armband on Palmer and have avoided all of this. True or false?
I mean,
your top goal scorer last season. People were arguing the best player in the Premier League, period.
You said Palmer was the captain for England?
No, not the cap, but I said that, like, people were arguing last season that he was just, like, the best player in the Premier League, period.
But that doesn't really do anything, bro.
Their top goal scorer last season. Like, bruh, to me, that kind of earns you top dibs at the captaincy. You're the team leader. He leads their team.
You think they fuck with Palmer more than they do with Enzo?
I think they should. Not just for the fact that Cole Palmer hasn't gone on Instagram Live and sang racist songs, but because he, at this point, up until now, has been a better player for Chelsea Football Club.
So what do you say about the players that, like, the black players that do support Enzo?
I haven't seen a single one do it.
There's been a few of them already.
I haven't seen it.
They posted pictures with this family, taking a picture with their kid and shit like that.
I haven't seen it. You'll have to tell me who and show me the post. I haven't seen none of that shit. I saw the opposite. I saw players coming out against it and saying that these racist type of statements are unacceptable. I saw the opposite.
To tell someone like Adrissa Gay or something like that?
Adrissa Gay, bro? Did you just jump in a fucking time machine to 10 years in the past?
I heard they have someone named like Gay or something like that, bro.
Nah, bro.
I swear.
Someone named Gay. It's kind of crazy, bro.
You know, African Guey. Why?
Or it's gonna take forever because they have like 50 players.
No. He might be a midfielder, bro. I swear. No?
No, they don't.
That's crazy, bro. I swear.
Nah, bro.
Tennis was have a lot of players.
Nah, bro. I just want to see what they said. The players. Because I know there was something. Oh, you're insane. Trying to log me into
bro.
ESPN Plus to read an article. Crazy. That's crazy as fuck. I would swear that they would have fucking... So I guess Reece James would be the normal captain. I didn't even think of him because he's fucking always injured. Fucking damn, bro. I saw fucking Fabrizio posting about it when the whole thing happened. French Chelsea players are furious with Enzo Fernandez, Wesley Fofana, Malo Gusto, and Axel Diassi. I think they're going to say unfollowed him on Instagram because I remember that happened. So Wesley Fofana, Malo Gusto, and Axel Diassi. 2 out of the 3 of those guys were starting in that game. Fofana and Gusto. So they don't fuck with him. They unfollowed him on the gram after that shit. They think that shit he said is bullshit.
Did he follow him again now? Because that would be crazy to do.
It don't matter, because even if they did, you know that's
What
just
do you mean it don't matter? So
because
like, what the fuck is the
let me
what's the
let me
message that what is
shut the let me say it.
Okay.
Let me say it.
Oh my god, man.
Enzo posts some racist shit.
Yeah.
They see that shit. They say, "Fuck this fool. I'm unfollowing this shit. This is some fucking bullshit." They heated,
Yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
Who's the first phone call they get? Tell me. Do you know? No, their agent saying, "Hey man, you causing a motherfucking storm that we don't need," because all three of those names that were on that list are not no star players. They not no Cole Palmer. They're very disposable. We see how Chelsea be moving. So their agents all called them that fucking night and said, "Hey, if you want to keep a damn Chelsea contract, your ass is going to refollow that shit and shut the fuck up and be cool." And so they playing ball because that's what they got to do. They're professionals at the end of the day. They can't take their own personal feelings into the workplace. This is their workplace. So they can't take, even though they might not fuck with them, they're going to go out there and play to the best of their abilities. But at the same time, they're human beings, and we can understand that putting them in a position where they inherently have to respect this guy as their captain is morally fucked up, when just weeks ago they were, by own evidence, feeling like this fool was racist. And so that's my thing, is like, you're causing divides in the squad. You've got young players where no one's going to be a leader. No one's the veteran voice who's been there, done that, can kind of step up and keep shit calm. No one has accomplished anything in this team as a player, as an individual, to be able to even have the clout to step up in that dressing room and tell everyone, "Hey, calm down. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it." Like, they don't have a leader. And now they're already throwing all this extra. That's why I'm saying, like, you're adding so much extra controversy and bullshit into your season when your season already has so much controversy and bullshit. It's a terrible fucking decision from Chelsea's perspective, from a team chemistry point of view. And then just, that's one thing. That's, like, one part of it. To me, the bigger issue is, like, and then from a morality perspective, like, as a major football club, as one of the biggest football clubs on the planet, I just think that they have a moral fucking responsibility to try to do the right thing, to set a positive example for the fucking future generations of Chelsea fans watching this team. I don't want a bunch of Chelsea fans growing up idolizing this guy if he is actually fucked up. And maybe he is changed, maybe he is trying to get better, but it sends the wrong message to make him the captain in the first game, because it just does diminish the situation. It just does. It makes it feel like they're not taking it as seriously, bro.
I feel what you're saying.
That's my problem with it, bro. That's my problem with it. And like I said, bro, Palmer earned that shit last season. Like, he actually balled the fuck out, so I don't see the problem with giving it to him. But hey, I just wanted to see what your thoughts on it were, bro. I don't know. Yeah, bro, that shit's pretty disappointing. That shit's pretty disappointing.
Hey, nice Chelsea. Tell shit, bro.
And
What happened at my club?
I am a good host. I didn't ignore your question from earlier. I just saved it for later. You asked me about how do I feel about João Felix.
Oh, yeah.
We've been running long already, so I'm just going to say I don't care. He's never been that good.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's never been that good.
You don't think he's gonna do nothing for Chelsea?
He's all hype. He got a $100 million move from Benfica when he was like fucking 17, 18 to Atleti. Scores a good goal every once in a while, but like, so do mad players around the world. They just didn't get that fee, and so they don't get talked about as much. But like, hella players score like a couple bangers a year, and it's like not that big of a deal. Jeremy Boga scores hella bangers all the time. He's a winger from the Ivory Coast. I remember first learning about him when he played for Atlanta, and boy oh boy, scores some bangers. Don't no one give a fucking shit, because he didn't go for 100 mil. And so fuck him, man. Like, fuck João Felix, man. I'm not like fuck him like, oh, I hate him type shit, but just like, bro, I'm sick of talking about this fool. He's not good. He's not good.
Interesting.
He's got to show me something. I'll sit here and apologize if he shows me something, but bro, I'm over it.
Alright.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
If he got a car over 80 on FIFA, they tripping.
He probably will.
He don't deserve it though.
He's probably like 84.
But he don't deserve. But he don't deserve
How many
it.
players don't deserve a lot of high
He is
ratings?
straight 78 on my mama.
Oh.
Yup.
Wow.
Yup. went there. I went there.
Crazy, man.
Damn. When are they gonna drop that shit? We should react to that shit when they put that stupid shit
I'm
out.
pretty sure it's gonna come out soon already.
Cause like the game's coming out soon, I
Yeah,
think.
it comes out in the fall, basically. Like
Bro, those are always so bad. Those fucking ratings. That'll be fun. We try to remind me when they come out. Like, we'll do it. We'll try to react to it on the pod. That'll be fun. Fuck, bruh.
Bro, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. Bitch.
Leave then, fuck. I don't give a fuck. Bye.
Bitch, fuck you.
Fucking dick. See, I know you stay. You know why? Cause you wanna bash in Berlin, bruh.
This has me restrained here.
You wanna bash in Berlin.
It has me against my will, bro.
Bruh. You wanna bash in Berlin, bruh.
Yo, crazy, crazy.
Not with me.
Whoa.
But like you wanna bash in Berlin.
Crazy.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I'll let y'all in a little bit behind the curtain. When I was watching Raw last night, we're filming this on a Tuesday. When I was watching Raw last night, I could have fucking sworn I heard Michael Cole and Pat McAfee talking about bashing Berlin like it was this weekend.
Nah.
And so I pulled it up, like the match card, put it on the podcast list. I'm like, yo, we gotta talk about this shit. And then I'm looking at the card. I'm like, hold on. This says
Next Saturday.
next weekend.
And which is like a week and a few days.
And so this might not be like the official predictions. Like, yeah, I'll say like we don't gotta pick a winner and all that if we don't want to. Like, if you just, but as the card is shaping up, I feel like we have a pretty good idea of what's gonna be happening. I don't really think they're gonna add anything. Maybe a match, but I think these 4 that they have confirmed so far is pretty much the big ones that we're gonna be seeing for this show. And so, I mean,
they're probably definitely gonna add a women's title match, I feel, to this card.
It would fit. It would fit. It would make it a nice evened out card, I think. It would just give it a nice balance between, not just saying balance between like women's and men's matches, but I think just some of these feuds are pretty heavy and serious and intense. I feel like and like just something a little less serious, just something to put Nia over real quick.
I feel like that's what they're doing. Isn't that what they're doing with that one Michin? Is it on Friday Night SmackDown or is she getting it back in Berlin?
It might be on SmackDown because I think they have been doing that shit a lot more recently where like they've put title matches around the PLEs, not just on the PLEs, which kind of pisses me off because I just don't feel like there's a point. And then, you're going to make me rant about Triple H booking. But it just, sometimes it feels like there's no fucking point in watching the show because you know that there's no storyline progress that's going to be made. There's going to be good matches. There's going to be funny moments. And that's why I do tune in week to week is because, like, overall, the company's in such a good spot right now where even the episodes where storyline-wise we kind of just take a step sideways, there's still enough entertainment in there to keep me coming back. But we take a lot of motherfucking sideways steps.
Do you think they're just building up for that Tiffany cashing on her with that stupid shit?
Well, with Nia specifically, yeah, 100%. Like, that feels like the eventual... That's the only way that this whole little team thing that they have going can end. But my point is that, like, I just feel like because a match like that with Nia and Michin or whatever is going to be will only happen, like, the SmackDown before Bash in Berlin, like, the night before. It's just, I wish they would just throw them bitches on, like, a random fucking show more often. Not them bitches, like, you know what I mean? Like, them, I meant the matches.
Yeah.
Not, like, damn, I didn't even think of that. That's crazy, low-key. I meant title matches. Put the motherfucking belts on the line. Damn, that did sound so crazy. I did not mean it like that. I meant the title match.
Alright, bro.
Oh, that's crazy. Bro, Nia Jackson beat my ass.
Oh, God,
that's
bro.
Crazy.
All of them.
Ain't no disrespect.
They all cool in the background, bro. They're all gonna beat your ass.
Probably. I ain't in the best shape, nah. Fucking but yeah, damn.
Bro, they can all
no
beat your
disrespect,
ass,
no disrespect.
Bro, they can all beat your ass. Shut up.
What I meant to, you meant the point. You get the point I was trying to make, bro. Is that fucking? I wish that they would spread out just title matches and just put them on random ass fucking SmackDowns and Raws more often, just to keep shit feeling fresh and interesting. And maybe a fucking title change
I think it'll probably do
on a
something
Raw or
I think
SmackDown
they're
here
probably
and
gonna do
there.
something with the Intercontinental Championship or something like that.
They're doing like the tournament type of thing to see who's gonna be Braun Breaker's next opponent. So that is something that's gonna be happening in the coming weeks on the show, which it seems like Jey Uso's probably gonna win, since like they're already kind of teasing his entrance into it and
That was only
everything.
been fucking.
But we'll see
sideshow.
though. We'll see
Jey
because
Uso right now.
that's another like man another flaw of Triple H's booking is just the way that he will be so inconsistent with how he wants to do shit.
Sometimes
Like
main event Jey Uso.
what how many times have I said it, bro? This fool be scared to pull the trigger. Like he'd be pushing something in a direction and then right when it's time to like actually put someone over, put the belt on him, do some shit, he's like just kidding. Nah, we're not gonna do that, bro. We'll burn the men's money in the bank the same night. Fuck it. Like, we won't even give it to that fool. Fuck it. You can't win a championship. Like, it's just, I feel like they consistently build him up to almost get it and then not.
Bro, that foul was so much fucking.
And can I tell you what? It's now at a point where if they do, GG, bro, yeet. If they do actually have this fool win the tournament and then have him beat Braun, I'll low-key be upset. Because out of all the fucking...
That's wild.
Let me explain.
You would be upset?
Let me explain.
Crazy.
It's. I promise you, I'm not trying...
I feel like it would start a good story between
I promise you, I'm not just trying to do this as a
bro.
Braun fan. Just hear me out. Out of all the fucking chances, the good-ass chances, they had to have this fool get a big singles win, the one time you do it is, like, putting down one of your biggest NXT call-ups you've had in fuck knows how long. Like, Braun Breaker, just if you want to preserve the system of NXT and, like, having stars from there succeed, come up to the main roster and then be able to succeed on the main roster. He needs to be protected at least for a bit. Not forever.
I feel like it's gonna be
not
a good
forever.
story, bro. He's probably gonna drop it against
he
him.
has to
honestly,
be protected for
I feel
at
like
least
him at
a
least
bit.
bleeding it for a month or so, bro. It wouldn't be too bad, bro.
Can I tell you why that doesn't work for me?
But it
Just,
would be,
no, hear me out.
It'd probably like a good fucking bro.
Ow, fuck. The reason why that shit is not a good story, the reason why you're fucking wrong, is because...
Why I'm wrong, bro? No.
Yes.
Bro.
Escúchame.
No, bro.
Jey Uso has been in this company for like over 10, damn near probably 15 fucking years and never won a singles title. Always only been shooting to the tag team shit.
And then he needs that, bro. He needs that, bro.
So you're telling me you're finally gonna give this fool his first ever singles champion? Shut the fuck up.
Bruh.
Shut your ass up. You gonna give him his first ever singles championship, this huge moment in his career.
Yeah.
And then drop it a month later?
Probably, bro. That's
underwhelming ass title run, bro. You're solidifying the fact that he'll never get a proper singles run at that point. The fact that it's taken Jey Uso over 10 years to get to the point of just even being in the conversation of legitimately getting a belt as a singles wrestler. If he ever does, and I don't even think it's confirmed, if he ever does get to the top of that mountain of being a singles champion, I think he at least needs like a few months at the bare fucking minimum, because he needs to have multiple PLE cycles of like a couple different feuds, a couple different defenses where he wins the title, like a similar reign to what Damian Priest just had, where it's not too long but it's effective in the time that it has, and it legitimized Damian Priest from like just a strong member of the Judgment Day to now a legit solo superstar. If you give Jey Uso a belt at this point, you gotta at least give him that. And so what you're proposing of like this back and forth feud between Braun and Jey, it could, like, I see what you're saying, that could be entertaining, but I feel like the long term, like, you lose Braun Breaker being dominant, which you're already teetering on it, having this full fucking struggle against Sami Zayn for no fucking reason when you just have him beat him in 5 minutes the next time they wrestle.
But why do you just want him to beat Goldberg and Brock Lesnar? Just kind of smash everybody, bro.
I don't.
That's what you're saying,
no,
though.
I'm not. No, I'm fucking not, bro. You don't understand.
So why can't he just be good? Just be hella good.
I'm talking
but
about...
I'm talking about inconsistent
booking. Talk about inconsistent booking. First championship match against Sami Zayn. That shit was a long-ass fucking match, a good-ass fucking match. Like, damn near probably like a 15-minute match from what I remember. I think at Money in the Bank, they were going at it. Sami barely gets the win over that fool. Pissed me the fuck off because I felt like that back-and-forth close match does enough to protect Sami. It makes him not look weak. It's not Brock Lesnar. It's not Goldberg. It's not a squash. Sami looks strong. Drop the belt. Give it to Braun. Create your new superstar and go on into the fucking future. They don't go that route. They go Super Sammy Hogan. He hulks up out of nowhere, beats Braun Breaker for no reason. And then at the very next PLE, they run it back and give them a third of the time in which they just have a weak, in my opinion, back and forth where Sammy's doing random haluva kicks, fucking Braun's doing random spears. They're just chucking finishers at each other. I'm serious. There was no flow to that match to me. No momentum. No story being told. It was just let's come out, do some big spots, and then towards like 2/3 of the way through the match, Braun just dominates until the end. That was a weak ass match to have him win the title, and it's inconsistent to how you just book Sammy. Why can it take him 3 minutes to get beat now when all of a sudden he was wrestling this fool for 15 minutes a fucking month ago? That's the shit that pisses me off, bro. Like, as an adult fan who tries to suspend disbelief and pretend that I'm not watching a fully scripted show, it's shit like that that bugs me out. Because it's like, you want me to believe that Braun Breaker's this dominant, badass fucking
Yeah.
and I love that shit. I'm buying the fuck in. But now he's struggling. You're showing me the flaws. You're showing me that, oh, he might have to still kind of work his way up, all that shit. Cool. I'm fine with, I like that kind of a storyline. But then you go back on it. Like, I just didn't, it was inconsistent as fuck, bro. It was inconsistent as fuck. And I don't know, bro. I feel like doing that same type of shit with Jey Uso, where we have this inconsistent back and forth booking, and in like one match, you know, Jay's doing a bunch of spears and fucking kicks and Superman kicks, whatever, Uso splashes, and fucking all of a sudden the next match he's getting speared out of his mind and fucking can't hang with this fool. Like, I just don't really want to see that back and forth shit. Like, I feel like Braun went through kind of that type of feud already with Sammy. I just think he needs to just win right now. Like, I'm not saying it's got to all be squash matches. And I'm not saying he's got to go 100-something-0 like Goldberg did in WCW. Like, I feel like you just be making this comparison because they have similar styles and presentation. But, like, bro, Braun already lost to Sami Zayn. Like, he's already shown that he's not going to be booked in that same way. My thing is, like, if you're gonna give them L's, make them fucking count and don't make it just pointless by the next PLE. That's my only thing. Like, it just felt like a weak loss to give them, and I feel like they didn't really capitalize on it. And I just hope that they don't go in that same direction with Jay, because like I'm saying, bro, this fool's grinded his fucking ass off in the company for so long. If he does get that solo title shot, I want him to get a legit solo title shot. Is our microphone
It's still
okay?
good, yeah. We still good. We got like 7% still.
Oh, bro, we big chilling. See our 7%? We big chilling,
It's been going
boy.
down slow, bro.
Hey, bro, we big chilling.
Fucking man.
But yeah, we just went on that whole ass rant about shit. Didn't even really get into this. The Bash.
I know, that wasn't even a card yet.
It's up to you, man. Where do you want to start? I'll let you pick. We don't gotta go in any particular order how it is on here. You pick any match.
I
Where
guess
do you
we-
want?
we
What's
gotta- I guess-
sticking out?
We got an easy, not sticking out, but we got an easy one. I guess you could pick. Already Cody Rhodes. And
Like I
Kevin
said, it
Owens.
don't gotta be like predictions.
I know I don't.
Because
but-
we'll do an official predictions
like-
next week. I'm just curious to hear your thoughts.
But it's like, you already know.
Does it
bro.
excite you?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be good to see them go against each other, bro.
Can I tell you what I'm excited for is the potential of a Kevin Owens heel turn? Because I think he's a really good heel. I think he's really good on both. I just think he's a fucking great wrestler.
I think that was in the snap, bro.
I just think it would be nice to see him go in a different direction to what he's been doing for the last year or two. Like, he's in need, I think, of kind of just a bit of a refresh. It's
Yeah.
kind of just been the fight Owens fight kind of shtick for a while. And I think that he's just such a good worker on the mic and in the ring that, like, just giving him something new to do would just be fun. And I think just in general would be a good shakeup for the company right now. And could be a way that you could prolong this feud. Because, look, if you have KO stay babyface, and obviously we know that Cody Rhodes is going to win. That's like a foregone conclusion. So if that happens, then it just basically Cody has to just go on to the next. Like he's kind of been doing right now is just picking random dudes to kind of feud with right now, which we know that's going to probably be the recipe until he goes main event of night 2 of WrestleMania against The Rock, which is already, in my opinion, written in the stars.
Oh, for real? You think that's actually happening?
I just think it's written in the stars, yes.
What do you mean it's written in the stars? What makes you say it's
I looked up at the stars and read it.
Yeah. Crazy, bro.
Bro, The Rock pulled up to the Raw after Mania and said, your story with Roman is finished, but our story with the final boss is not finished.
Well, did you see what Roman did to Cody, though? When he came back and fucking, what was it? Right now, SummerSlam, was it?
But they was chilling. What you mean?
No, and he went like that to him when he was, like, walking out and shit.
Nah, they was cooling. Bro.
Nah, bro.
Look, they're gonna fight eventually. Cody and Roman, 100%.
You see, then babyface Roman's gonna be a minute with Bloodline.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this whole thing, it's in my opinion, got at least until probably Mania 2. I think it'll probably be Solo versus Roman at Mania. Or maybe, hopefully. Nah, because The Rock is going to be busy against Cody. It's going to be fucking Roman versus Jacob.
Oh,
Boy.
yeah. I love seeing that shit this past Friday, bro. I was waiting for that shit for so long, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man.
That shit was good. I like that, bro.
Future Hall of Famer. I've been saying it. I've been saying this is the first time I've seen him pick up a dude, do the Samoan drop, and then get up and do a Jeff Hardy flip right after.
With the fucking cast on his
I was like, hold on,
leg,
what
bro.
the fuck? For real, bro, you remember I had one of them bitches on. They tough as fuck to walk in. Limping and shit, bro. He's crazy, bro. Nah, he's crazy as fuck. But nah, back to, we keep on going on different rants and shit. Back to this, I think that an interesting way to keep this feud going and you get Cody versus Kevin maybe for another PLE, maybe 2 more, is if you have KO go heel and then they do like a legit feud for real. I think that'd be interesting. I don't know. I'm here for it if it happens. If they don't, like I'm not gonna get that hung up on it. Like I'm just saying it would be an interesting way for the storyline to go. But yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, yeah, like I'm just hoping for some crazy ass KO spots and just a great wrestling match, because these are just 2 of the greatest workers that we have in the company right now. They're gonna wrestle their asses off. It'll be exciting as hell, and that Germany crowd is gonna make it feel hype. I'm already knowing. So it'll be a good match for sure. I think it'll be just like the AJ Styles one, where like coming into it, you look at it and you're like, but then you actually watch it, and with the crowd and everything, it's just gonna feel like a lit ass match. So I'm looking forward to it. But I don't know how you feeling about it.
I told you, it's probably gonna be an easy win not easy win for Cody, but it's easy to tell, bro.
But no, yeah, for sure. But like just the whole feud in the match in general.
I doubt they're gonna heel turn Kevin Owens, bro. I feel like he's gonna stay babyface probably for now. Who knows, bro? I don't even know what they probably plan with Kevin Owens, bro. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, because he's kind of just floating around doing nothing right now. I feel like that would actually give him some more direction.
He already had a little feud with the Bloodline right now or whatever again.
Exactly.
I guess it's kind of passing towards more Roman shit now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I
mean,
just feel like
he can team up with someone and get the championships off them, I guess. I don't know, but...
But do you want to see Kevin Owens as a tag team wrestler? I don't. Me personally, I don't. I like him better as a solo guy. So, I don't know.
I just start something with LA Knight, possibly. Who knows, bro?
But LA Knight's a babyface. And I know they're kind of both gray area baby faces. Like, neither of them are, like, the super
I feel like an LA
Cena
Knight baby
type.
face would be more hilarious. I mean, LA Knight heel,
Well, yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think he's going to heel turn with the championship. I think they're pretty locked in. Because, like, bro, sells the fuck out of merch, sells the fuck out of tickets. Like, that fool, they want to keep him babyface. That's why I'm saying, like, Kevin Owens is in that money spot right now where it's like, you don't really have any long-term feuds going. You're kind of floating in this zone in your career where you've got a lot of freedom to kind of take your next step in whatever direction you want. this feud makes so much sense for it. Like, this would be the time.
So in a fucked up universe, bro, if Kevin Owens wins, this shit would be like you're fucking like.
It's just not gonna happen.
What would you think, though, bro? Like, what would you
think?
think?
It's just not gonna happen. I don't know why you would even say
what would you
something
think,
so
bro?
foolish.
What would you think?
I would look up and make sure the sky is still blue.
That's crazy, bro. What if that's what makes him win it? He fucking turns heel. I don't know.
It's an impossibility. If there was a way to gamble my entire life savings on the results of this match,
Do you think there's gonna be any interferences? Probably.
No.
No, you don't think so?
Not in this match, no.
No solo.
I think the rest of the night.
No bloodline.
The rest of the night could be shenanigans heavy. I don't think they want to start mixing in the bloodline again with the Cody stuff because they just lost to Cody. And I feel like now they want to refocus it on the Roman and bloodline feud stuff.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like this show like might be a bloodline less show. We might not really get the bloodline.
Interesting.
Here.
I don't know. Like, interesting.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I just feel like nothing happened in Backlash.
I feel like
AJ
get some Roman involvement.
AJ and Cody.
I guess you could say he's back. He's popping out every weekend, every Friday night.
That could be a way to get them all involved. Is like you have Solo come out and try to fuck over Cody, and then Roman comes out and saves him. But like, it's kind of a repeat of what we just did at SummerSlam. That wouldn't really excite me as much. Like, it'd be cool. I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's Roman again. And he's not talking still or wrestling still. Like, he just does... I'll do the... Ooh, like, I'll do it. But then after, it's like, well... That was cool. You know? And then it's like nothing else. So I just feel like it's kind of played out at this point. Like, they've done it multiple times. They did it SummerSlam the first time. That was great.
Yeah.
They did it on SmackDown again. That was great.
Yeah.
And then they did it on SmackDown again, I think, right? Yeah. There's been 2 SmackDowns already where the same shit basically happened.
We got beat the fuck up by Jacob.
But then, the last time he got beat up, that's the only difference. So what? But next week he'll probably come out and beat him up again. But then, like, at some point he's going to have to talk. Like, that's what I'm kind of waiting for. Like, cut a fucking promo. Like, I want to hear from this fool. Like, you lost your chip, bro. You, like, what the fuck is up? What the fuck is good, dude? How are you? Like, it's been an interesting year. How you been? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just curious to see how he's feeling as a character at this moment and shit. And, like, I guess, I'm just, like, the initial hype of the comeback has worn off for me, at least. Like, it's been a few weeks. I'm over it. He's back. He's here now. And so now I'm kind of, like, on to the next of, like, well, let's see him do some shit. I want to see him wrestle somebody. Oh, which is tough with Roman because it's, like, he only wrestles, like, 4 times a year. Mm-hmm. And so that's the unfortunate thing. And so we'll see. But, hey, man. It'll be an interesting match. It'll be a good match.
People are, like, already talking about they're tired of Cody already. How do you feel about those people?
Motherfuckers just be Roman fans. Like, it's cool. I don't think any, like, just unbiased fans are actually saying that. I think the only people who are really saying that shit hardcore, trying to spread that narrative, just people who fuck with Roman heavy. Okay. They just don't like the Cody style. And, like, for some people, babyface champs are just always going to rub people the wrong way.
The thing they always say, he says the same thing, isn't that what Roman did?
And, Cody actually wrestles, so there's that. People only started wanting Roman. We want Roman. It only started after he lost. Which is funny because the we want Cody thing happened after he lost. It's almost as if there's a human nature psychology thing going on here where people tend to like people once they're kind of on the fall off and they're then on the come up back up. But then once you're at the top and you have everything, all of a sudden us as humans who don't have shit, we can't relate anymore. And so now it's like, we don't fuck with you as much until you're on the fall off. And then when you're back on the come up, when you're on the chase, get it, you can do it. And then you get it and like, whatever, we don't fuck with you anymore. And you just go through these cycles. And then, like I said, I think some people just don't fuck with babyface champs. I think it's really, really hard. I think that's an underrated thing.
So why do you think Cena?
Way harder to be a babyface champion and be appreciated by the fans than it is to be a heel champion.
Do you think that's why Jeff Hardy lost his WWE title so quick?
No, I think it's because Jeff Hardy was inconsistent. Like, as a human being. Like, you couldn't... I don't know why you asked me about him specifically as a random poll, but, like, If you're asking me,
Babyface, he had a pretty short run, but even though his win was legendary, as you could probably say.
well, like I said, he had a lot of personal issues and inconsistencies within the company. And at the time, the man who was running it, who we now know as a scumbag, but at the time when he was running the company, was really like petty with personal shit. And so once he didn't trust you, and that was kind of the way it was until it was so overwhelming with the amount of money he would make by forgiving you. Then he would forgive you, and that did happen at times. But for the most part, once VKM made the call and said, yeah, I don't really fuck with you anymore, that was kind of it for you. And so I think Jeff just lost his locker room clout because the dude would get arrested too fucking much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be the top champion in the company and then get in the news because you got another DUI. You know what I mean? And it, like, bro, there's no disrespect. I fucking love Jeff Hardy, but like, as an adult now, I think it makes some sense of maybe why he didn't have a long-term run as like the top champion in the company. It just would have been risky business. And the point I'm trying to make is that it's kind of like, again, it's like a human nature psychology thing with wrestling where you want to see your baby face on the chase because like them trying to beat the bad guy is like if wrestling was a movie, it would be good guy without the belt, bad guy with the belt, and like the good guy overcoming the bad guy, and that would be like the climax, and then there'd be like another little bit falling action, but that would basically be the end of the movie, would be the good guy getting the win. Like if wrestling was a movie, Cody Rhodes finishing the story is the end of the movie. The difference with wrestling is the movie never fucking ends. And so once you have that big cathartic payoff for your fan base of like this babyface you've been watching trying to beat this heel for so long finally beats them, now it's like, well, now what? Because there's no more step up for them to take. There's nothing left for them to chase. So what the fuck are we doing here? You know what I mean? Until eventually they lose, and that shock and that horror of like, oh my god, I can't believe they lost the belt, that sucks you back into the story because then you're back on the fucking chase. And so I think there's an inherent nature of like how wrestling booking works that like I don't think a babyface could have ever done Roman Reigns' run. Because the only way you can be a champ for that long and make it work is like by being an asshole. I think that's the only way to do it, is to like rub it in people's faces that like I'm so successful and you're not. Because if you just go around and be humble for like 3 years, however long it was, like that shit gonna be played out eventually. You know what I mean? And so Cody's never gonna have a Roman type of run, at least as a babyface. Because like at a certain point, it will kind of reach a point of being stale. Like he can beat every heel in the company, and then it's like, well, now what? You know, like I just feel like there is a shelf life on these types of championship runs, and it's nothing that he can personally do about it. It's just the nature of how wrestling fans are. Like at some point, it is gonna get stale. Now, for me personally, I don't think we've reached that yet because we still know that there's a lot of story left to be told. The problem is we're in the Triple H era, which means we're in the slow motion era. Now the payoffs are great, and like the highs of the Triple H era are high as fuck. But the problem is it's gonna take us another goddamn year to get to that high again, because he, like I said, one of the stupidest decisions you could have made, in my opinion, was bringing out The Rock the very next night after WrestleMania and having him basically confirm, hey, our story isn't finished. What the fuck does that imply? That y'all faded out again. And me, being a bit more of a savvy wrestling fan, like, you're not gonna have Cody Rhodes lose to, like, Seth freaking Rollins or some shit and then have him wrestle The Rock. Like, you're gonna protect him until that point because that's gonna make that match against The Rock the most hype that it can possibly have. And so now I'm just sitting here waiting for Mania, waiting for Cody versus The Rock, and I know he's going to win all these feuds up until then. And that does kind of take a little bit of sting out of his championship reign, but that's through no fault of Cody. That's through bad booking on Triple H's part. I think Cody has made the most of this shit. Like, the fact that we're watching a movie, a lot of movie analogies, but the fact that it feels like we're watching a movie where the ending got spoiled for me.
Yeah.
Like, I know what the Mania main event is going to be, I feel like. but he still managed to make it entertaining. To me, that means it's a pretty damn good movie. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of how I choose to look at it, is that even though I feel like all these matches have a foregone conclusion, the journey that we have gone on, like, bro, that fucking match against AJ Styles was extremely hyped up. The match that he had at Clash in the Castle, who was it against? Fucking, who did he wrestle in Scotland? Why am I blanking?
Who, Cody?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it, it was,
Was that also AJ? Did they do a part
yeah,
two?
it was AJ, I think.
I think it
Because he was
AJ,
heel, no,
yeah.
at that point.
I mean, he was kind of heel the whole time. Kind of. I'm just curious who it was. I just remember because it was a fun match.
It was Damian Priest here.
Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. Yeah. But that shit was lit. And so, I mean, you know, I've been happy. I've been happy with the matches so far. As a Cody fan, I've been happy with what we've been getting.
Okay. Do you think this will be a good match?
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's what I said, bitch. Listen to me.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Talking hella shit, bro.
Bro, oh my fucking god,
So
dude.
annoying, bro.
Why do you get your ass beat up at 2 in the fucking morning, bro? Bitch.
Try that shit, see what happens.
So,
Exactly. Bitch. Nothing. Pick a match. What you want to talk about? Hey, what do you want to talk about?
you're so fucking lame. Oh my god.
Pick one.
I guess the interesting one you can say, but the interesting fucking, what do you call it?
Stipulation.
Stipulation to the match, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, bro.
I mean, there's a couple weird stipulations. We'll get to the tag team shit later, but
Oh,
this
yeah.
is definitely it's gonna be an interesting night. Some shit we're not really used to seeing on
The part
WWE
2?
television.
Do you
but
think this is going to be the final of it?
hmm,
Do you think this is going to be it and they're going to move on? Of course, they're not going to move on. And they're still probably internally.
No. See, the reason why I think it won't be is because there's still so many more elements with, like, Seth being involved and.
But Seth is out for a bit, I heard.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like this storyline between these two, like, somehow, some way, like, they will find a way to kind of keep it going. I don't know if it'll be just someone feeling like they got fucked over or. Because, like, I was happy that Drew got the win last time. I felt like that was deserved. But. Yeah, it still feels like Punk is obviously, like, on top in the feud. I feel like this could be, like, maybe a match where Drew really beats the fucking shit out of Punk.
Yeah.
And, like, really takes a fucking, like, a lead in the feud kind of a thing. Which can kind of build up a big Punk chase kind of babyface run for him to go on. Kind of trying to beat Drew and get his lick back after. Because, like, early on in the feud, Punk was just dunking on Drew left and fucking right. Drew got a win. Now if he gets, like, a bigger, more dominant, bloody, fucked up, beat the shit out of this fool kind of a win, I think that could, like, really swing the momentum in his favor. I guess I just felt like because of the special guest referee and all the shenanigans and everything in the last match that, like, even though he got the dub, it didn't fully feel like he got the momentum from it. And so because it's a strap match, just beat the fucking shit out of that fool, and maybe that helps to kind of give Drew the boost that I feel like he kind of needs a bit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, CM Punk is just so over with the fan base. Like, he's never gonna not get the chance. So, like, I don't know, bruh. It's tough. Honestly, this could be the blow-off. But the reason why I'm leaning against it, why I feel like nah, is just because it feels like this feud has still, like, more legs to it. Like, it's just been such an intense feud, and we're still barely getting them back in the ring against each other recently. Seth's still out of the picture.
I think it's gonna lead to, like, some type of Hell in a Cell match or some shit like that.
Some shit like that. I mean, they got Bad Blood coming up next
That's what I'm
soon, which, I
saying.
mean, that would make sense. And then just Survivor Series will be down the line in a bit. I think it makes sense that this feud kind of continues into the future, at least for a bit longer, man. I don't know. I don't think this is the end. Me personally, but I'm damn excited for the match. I don't know how you excited for
Oh fuck yeah, bro.
for some slapping,
Seeing Punk again, bro.
for some whipping.
I don't know, bro. Punk still got it. He's still fucking amazing.
He's been
wrestler,
looking
bro.
good.
Mm-hmm.
He's been looking good. He's been looking damn fucking good, man. Now I'm extremely excited. It reminds me of one of my favorite Punk matches was actually outside of WWE. Was when he had his dog collar match versus MJF in AEW, which was kind of the big blow off to their feud over there. And I mean, it's one of the best wrestling feuds I feel like I've ever seen, but that they had between the two of them. And just in those matches like that, you
Who's
see
the face in that match? The fuck?
Punk.
Oh.
In those matches, especially that dog collar match, you saw the extent that like Punk is willing to go to like bro, that fool is really an old school wrestler in that way. Like he will put his body on the line for some shit.
What we're seeing with this fucking, they're gonna whip the fuck out of each other.
That's what I'm
supposedly.
saying.
That's what
Yeah,
they're
like
saying,
I
bro.
think it's gonna be a very like maybe even at times like Jesus, can I keep watching this? Like it's gonna like be hard to look at times. It's gonna be so physical and intense. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I think that's gonna be an absolute banger.
It's an interesting match. I like how it's gonna be fucking. They have to crawl to each one and fucking touch the fucking each corner.
We'll see how it works. That's one of the parts I'm kind of like not sure how I feel about it. Just because I would have liked to see them just only be focused on like beat
Beating
the
fuck
shit out of each other.
But
Yeah,
isn't
like,
that what they have to do to be able
but
to
it
touch
feels like there's probably gonna be some strategy, and they're gonna be trying to do some shit like, oh, I like tie this fool up over here, like fucking.
Nah, they're not.
I hope not, but I just feel like it opens it up to where the match could go in that direction. And I guess I just don't want there to be too much emphasis on the whole like, oh, he's trying to touch the corners, like.
Well, that's what's gonna be, because they're gonna fucking beat the shit out of each other to be able to touch it, bro.
But I'm just saying that I want it to be more about that. Like, I want it to be. I guess I just feel like you don't need that type of a stipulation. And like, you could have just done like a last man standing type of thing, or just a traditional match where the fool just gets pinned or some shit. But like, just adding that extra flair of like them having to go around there. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm wrong and it'll be executed well, and I hope I'm wrong because I want it to be a fun ass match. Of course.
I guess they're trying to make it different than the cowbell.
I get it. I'm just, I don't know. It just feels like this maybe wasn't the feud to introduce something like that, because it just feels a little. I don't want to say.
Don't you think Punk is extreme?
I don't want
bro?
to say gimmicky.
Punk is extreme.
No,
man.
but you see what I'm saying with the four corners shit though. It's like just a little too like extra
Okay.
for like a feud that feels so heated and like just like these guys feel like they should want to beat the fucking life out of each
I don't
other,
think it's
and then
unnecessary.
it's like now they're playing like a game of four corners. Like it feels a little gimmicky. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope it gets played off well. But that's just when I heard them talking about it, I was like, okay, for sure. It's cool, I guess. But yeah, I was way more excited when I just heard strap match, and then they said it's also a game of four corners, and I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But, hey, I'm excited as hell. I do think it'll be a banger. Could be a show stealer. But can I tell you, I've been letting you pick. Can I tell you what I think is going to steal the show? Can I tell you what match I'm the most excited for? Me personally? Gunther and Randy.
Okay.
Gunther and Randy. And let me say this. I grew up as a massive Randy Orton fan. Like, this is one of the guys that was my absolute favorites as a kid. The Legend Killer.
I was always more
The
of a-
Viper.
I was always more of a face. I hated that fool.
See,
When he would fuck up Shawn Michaels and shit, bro. He would get his fucking licks on
I just
Shawn
thought he was a
Michaels, bro.
badass, man. Like, the Viper, man. You can't take your eye off him. He's dangerous. The RKO, everything, man. I just thought he was just so cool to me when I was a kid. And so for the Legend Killer, who has now become the legend, like firmly in the conversation, in my opinion,
Hall of Famer for sure.
top 5 all time.
Oh,
We'll do that another day. But one of the best to ever lace him up, 100%. For him to now have gone from the Legend Killer to the Legend, and to now be at this point where he's got a young legend, a future Hall of Famer in Gunther,
yeah.
staring him in the face, as the world heavyweight champion. And then I add on the layer of knowing, just from watching so much wrestling, from listening to so many interviews and whatever, knowing that Randy Orton is the type of wrestler who is so willing to let himself get the shit beat out of him and is so willing to put another wrestler over if it makes sense. I am like so positive that Randy Orton is going to put on an absolute
Show.
banger of putting Gunther over. Like, he's going to sell those fucking chops like nobody's business. And he's going to give him the offense. He's going to give him RKOs, the fucking vintage Orton, the fucking spinning body slam shit. He's going to catch all of them
But
bitches.
how far do you-
He's going to push Gunther all the way to his limits. But then Gunther going to lock in. And he's going to chop the shit out this fool. Choke slam the shit out this
Kaiser gonna
fool.
come out or some shit.
No. I don't want none of that shit. I want it straight 1v1 in this ring. Two technicians going heads up. I don't want no shenanigans. Because it don't need it in this match. We looking at two genuine, like, the wrestling nerds is going to love this shit. Because we got two of the technicians, bruh. Like, two of the best workers that WWE has. Like, two dudes that you could teleport to the golden era and they'd fit right in. Oh, you put them in the Attitude Era, they'd fit right in. You put them in Ruthless Aggression, they'd fit right in. Like, these are generational talents. And the generational in the sense that you put them in any generation and they would have been top-level guys. They're wrestlers. That's what they do. That's what they're born to fucking do. And it's at such a perfect point in both of their careers. Like, I'm just so confident that Randy Orton is about to put Gunther over in the biggest way, and it's going to be an amazing match. And with the added, like, I know Gunther's Austrian, but what I don't know his real name. I think his name might be Walter, because I know that was his old character name back in NXT. Anyways, I know the motherfucker's technically from Austria. Obviously, Austria is a neighboring country to Germany. He's going to have that home crowd effect, even though it's technically not
Don't you
his
think it's
home
hilarious
country.
that Randy Orton called him German?
Did he actually? I didn't peep
he
that.
called him German. He's like, we're going to be in your hometown.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's just how they're billing it. Like, they're just kind of
They're just saying
acting
he's
like
German,
it.
yeah.
But, I mean, well, maybe technically the Gunther character is. I don't know if they've ever really gotten into his, like...
I think that's his real name, though.
I don't think so.
Look it up.
I don't think so.
Stupid.
Yeah, Walter.
Oh, Walter.
Because that was his name back in the day at NXT, and I know that was his name when he wrestled on the Independents before he came in. So typically when that's someone's name on the
Fucking
indie
Walter,
scene,
bruh.
that's going to be their actual
Walter
name.
making scenes out here, bruh.
Fucking
the
Walter,
legend in the
bruh.
game, bruh.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, even though Walter, yeah, he's Austrian, maybe Gunther's German. I don't fucking know. Maybe. Either way,
Gunther.
like I said, it's next door neighbor countries. He's going to have that hometown impact. And so I just feel like the scene is set. The stage is set for, like... Realistically, Gunther has been on just an almost non-stop momentum wave for I don't even know how long. The only speed bump he's hit was dropping the IC title. But that only happened so he could then move on to winning the World Heavyweight Championship. So, like, he's just been on this insane run. And I think that, you know, with John not quite being back yet for his run, Randy is the number one legend in the company right now, bar none, in my opinion. He is, like, the top vet, like, OG GOAT status of the active roster. And so you go out there and you put on a dominant-ass performance and beat the fucking shit out of the guy, Mr. WWE, fucking Bob Orton's kid.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah,
I
and
think that's
retain your
cementing-
title.
That's cementing probably his reign, probably.
I think it's cementing his reign. I think it's cementing him further as a future Hall of Famer. I think it's just... I think it could be an iconic match for his career if it all plays out right. And I hope they let it main event. I know typically it'd probably be Cody, just generally speaking. He's got, like, technically the top belt. Yeah. But given where they are and the circumstances around this match, like, I really, really, really want that to be the main event. and just have this be the Gunther show.
How'd that shit go for the
Because we
longest?
didn't get it for Drew. And I low-key wanted it. And, like, I was kind of pissed it didn't happen. And I guess, like, the Punk feud has been really good since then. So, like, I guess it all worked itself out in the end.
Yeah.
But I do still feel like we were robbed as a fan base of, like, a fun-ass night just to watch these fucking fans lose their fucking shit watching their guy go crazy. And, bro, let's be real. We both know the Bundesliga. We both know I'm dead ass. We both know German fans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're fucking great, bro.
Passionate.
The yellow wall.
They passionate.
The
Yeah,
yellow
that's
wall.
fucking real.
They're insane. And so that's all. That's the same people that's going to this. Those are the same humans that are going to this, bro. This shit gonna be lit as fuck. I'm telling you, especially when that fucking Ring General music hits, boy. That shit. Oh man, I'm so excited. Literally when Gunther was out there cutting a damn promo, trying to like fucking basically see like who was gonna be his next fucking opponent and shit, and the I hear voices in my that shit hit, bro. I literally was so geeked from the moment it happened. I was like, bro, yes, Triple H, yes, yes. Good call. This is the match. This is a perfect fucking match for Gunther. Great match for Randy. Great situation overall. Just fucking yes. Please. Can I tell you what pissed me off? The one thing that pissed me off. I kind of wanted it to be an Iron Man match. Like those 60-minute ones that they fucking do. Like, I know they've done a few in the history. Like, I think the most famous one that I can think of off the top is Brett versus Shawn back in the day. And, like, for me, that's a perfect example because, like, that's, like, literally, again, two of the just generational in-ring workers, like, to this day are hailed as, like, maybe the best wrestlers just in between the ropes of all times. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, those are two of the top guys of our generation. This is kind of our Bret and Shawn damn near. Like, I don't want to say on that level because they still have their careers left to go, but Randy I'd firmly put in that category with them. But Gunther obviously still has a ways to go. But my point is that this could have been like another one of those types of matches. I know Daniel Bryan's done some really good Iron Man matches in the past too. Again, another phenomenal in-ring worker. It's just a perfect setup of like in Germany too, where like in Europe, I feel like they have more of an appreciation for that like just aggressive type of wrestling style that Gunther does. Like, it just would have been such a fun Iron Man match. But granted, that's asking a lot of WWE fans, especially for a Gunther versus Randy Orton match. I don't know if a lot of people would sign up for 60 minutes of that, but I'll be fucking front row with my popcorn, dude. So that was my only thing, was like, as they were hyping it up, I was just praying to fucking God one of those two said, like, make it a fucking Iron Man match. I was so ready. But we got enough stipulations on the card, though, so I don't want to be too greedy, because not only did we get a fucking tic-tac-toe, knick-knack, paddywhack, four corners, fucking strap match, where they gotta play a tic-tac-toe game with strap match.
I guess, yeah. Crazy, bruh.
That's the name of the match.
Sure, bruh.
We also got something that is pretty rare these days in WWE wrestling. A mixed tag team match.
To be interesting. Do you think we're gonna see some cross?
First of all, you gotta pay me, bruh. Because I be calling all this shit. So someone gotta give you some money, because I be predicting all this shit.
Want me some shit on Prize Picks? No sponsors here, but you would've got some bread.
Well, they don't put these on there, bruh. If they would've had, when is this mixed tag team match gonna happen, I would've put whatever. I would've picked it.
Yeah.
I would've picked it to happen.
You're a bitch, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be interesting, though. Do you think there's gonna be fucking just intervention again by the Judgment Day? Just get this shit beat out of fucking Damian Priest? Because who's gonna come and save Damian Priest? Rhea Ripley can do so much.
It does feel like that is the inevitable outcome of this match. And it also feels like a situation where that's the best way to keep the storyline going. Because you don't want to end it here, obviously. Like, there's so much more legs for this. And so, it's just an opportunity for, hopefully, the first few minutes, we'll get to really see Damian beat the shit out of Dom. Rhea really beat the shit out of Liv because the fans will be hyped up for that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully there'll be some cool combo offense between the two of them where they're like both beating the shit out of Dom or something like that. Like I'm sure there'll be some cool stuff there. But then at some point it does feel inevitable that like the rest of them are gonna get involved. The numbers game is gonna happen, and I do think that makes sense for this storyline just because like you want to keep. First of all, you want to solidify the strength of this new Judgment Day because realistically, they just lost their two strongest members.
Yeah.
So you want them to still look like a tough faction without Damian and Rhea. And then you want Damian and Rhea to be on that chase still. Like, you don't want to just instantly give us the payoff because I feel like it's not going to hit as hard. I feel like they should have to kind of go through a little bit more L's to be able to get that big W that we know it's coming. Like, we know it's coming, but that's why I was surprised that they put this match so soon.
Early, yeah.
But once I saw how early it was, that's when I started to feel like this isn't the moment for the Terror Twins that everyone's hoping for. Unfortunately, this is gonna be the Judgment Day's night. What are we gonna do?
Dirty Dominic, that's hilarious.
You know, man, fucking, he's a dirty son of a bitch,
Dirty
dude.
Dom, bro.
He's a dirty son of a bitch. I mean, I think that it'll be a good match to continue the feud. I think that's pretty much all I'm looking for. It's just a good match to continue the feud. Nothing too crazy. Doesn't need to overstay its welcome because we've gotten a lot of Judgment Day TV over the last month or so with this feud. And it's been great. But, like, I feel like just because we kind of feel like we know where it's going, like, we don't need to have them wrestling for, like, 15 minutes and then the interference starts. Like, we don't need this to be some crazy cinema banger. Like, we kind of feel like we know where it's going, so let's get in there and let's keep it moving.
Let them squash him real quick and then that shit happens.
Exactly, yeah. I feel like that's kind of the recipe here. But, you know, it'll be hopefully a good match with some entertaining moments still. I'm probably the least excited for that match, but that's only because the rest of the matches are all, like,
decent.
Really good, yeah, really good. So, I mean, overall, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see how it all shakes out. We'll actually do like an official prediction, see who
next week,
who we think is. I mean, I feel like we kind of spoiled it a bit, damn near.
Yeah.
I don't think we called anything for Punk or Drew though, cause that one's tough and like, yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. We lucky did predict all them shits. We're funny as fuck. But I mean, shit, we'll do it quicker next time, regardless. But I mean, any thoughts on the bash?
I feel like it's gonna be a fucking mid-tier PLE.
Yeah.
I feel it's gonna be good
We're
at moments.
coming
gonna have
off of a
moments.
high.
Mhm.
We're coming off of a high with SummerSlam, and so it makes sense that like let's ease off the gas a little bit. I think I'm really just looking forward to the Punk and Drew shit and the Gunther Randy shit. Those are the two matches
Those are
I'm
two good
really
matches that are gonna
expecting bangers from.
Highlight those pay-per-views.
Everything else will just be like a pleasant surprise. Like I'm expecting a good match between KO and Cody, but nothing crazy. And then same shit with the mixed tag match, and you know, I doubt it if anything gets added, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Nia gets something to do. But I mean, shit, bruh. Another week, another shitty ass podcast.
Damn, bro. 7 weeks, bro. Good shit.
See
Lucky
our
number
7
7, bro.
weeks, bro.
I'm out of here, bro. I got signed by Joe Rogan, bro.
Goated for real.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't even know that fool fucked with Hispanic people like that.
Oh, crazy,
On
bro.
the looks, I didn't. On the looks, I
That's
didn't.
crazy,
On
man.
the looks, I didn't. All his homies be. We don't gotta get into all that.
Well.
Oh my gosh.